All right, so we here finally. You know, people was late and stuff.
Sorry.
But
we're gonna blame
we
her.
here, man. You know, a lot of people backed out on me at the last minute. Brandon had a surprise trip. You know, he's probably gonna be on here more often. A lot of emergencies and stuff, but the 30th, we're gonna have more of the more permanent people on here. I'm not saying y'all not permanent, but y'all most likely gonna be recurring. Misha, obviously, you'd be recurring because you know you'd be having a lot of events and stuff. But yeah, this is the Just Talk podcast, man. I'm your host, Kylo, Joel, whatever you want to call me. I'm gonna go with Kylo though. And I'm from New York. And my top two favorite artists of all time, Jay-Z and Kanye. You know, there's no debate. Obviously, they're the best ever. So gotta have them as your top two. I'll go ahead and pass it across from me, and then it goes shoot back to him. You shoot back to her.
Hey, I am Polka. I am a nail tech in Atlanta, Georgia. I'm from Decatur originally, but you know, I'll be everywhere, outside, inside, whatever.
I swear, Astro.
I swear, Ash, you know, period.
Top two favorite artists of all time?
Top two of all time?
All time.
I gotta think about that. Damn, all time?
Two, you just need two.
But there's so many.
I know it's so hard.
I don't have a fucking favorite. Like, we talking about R&B, we talking about rap.
It don't matter. It don't matter.
Okay, so just
matter.
My favorite, let's do right now.
All right. Baby Drill.
Baby Drill. Okay, you got me. Baby Drill and
this must be your best friend.
No, I'm trying to think. Baby
Drill. Baby Drill about this all the time.
Fuck me. I don't know right now. I don't know. I have to go through my damn playlist, see what I be listening to. I listen to the same 3 songs every day.
Look,
so don't ask me.
Well, is Lil Baby in that category?
Oh,
just curious.
shit. Damn.
I mean, how do you forget Lil Baby?
Fuck, you right. Fuck. I love me some Lil Baby because I go to bat for Lil Baby. Some people in here don't
forget Lil Baby.
And they from Atlanta.
All right, go ahead.
My name is Con K, and I'm from Seattle. I'm an aspiring real estate agent. What else? What you ask? What else?
Top two favorite artists.
My top two favorite artists, Trippie Redd. My second all-time artist, I don't got one, but right now it's like Baby Drill right now. Right now who I'm hitting on. Trippie Redd all-time, man. I already know, man.
That ass too. Nigga had a Trippie Redd tattoo. He's not fucking lying.
He
ain't lying.
We're not gonna argue.
Whole Trippie Redd tattoo.
Go ahead. Pause.
It's all you know.
My name is Nisha the Mogul. I'm the CEO of Schaefer Luxury Wines.
Period.
I was
Period.
I was born in Chicago, raised in Mississippi, spent most of my adult life in Atlanta. Top two favorite artists. I would say Chris Brown, and I would say Lotto as a female rapper. I like Lotto. I love me some Lotto. And maybe
I just realized
too, so it's definitely Lotto. I'm a female. I don't listen to Trippie Redd or
oh my god,
Lil Durk. Was it Lil Durk?
Baby Drill.
wait, can I?
I'm sorry.
No, Baby
So
Drill.
sorry.
That one, but no. I meant to say Glorilla.
Big Lotto?
Yes.
What you mean? Why you saying?
But no,
that?
I mean, I love Lotto.
I love Lotto
But
too.
of all time,
I just
I don't listen to no like hardcore like.
All time?
I mean what?
All time?
I don't listen. I mean
that's
okay.
what she like. That's what she like.
No, I mean, rightfully so. That's her favorite. I like Lotto. Lotto holding down Atlanta.
My only thing with Lotto is I just don't like that she claimed to be hood and all this and people is rich.
But
like,
damn, you grew up with her.
Y'all
went to the
none
same
of
school.
that shit. That's just my opinion though.
No, she said she's from Clayco.
She is.
Really?
Exactly. Like
I
I'm
should have said
Okay.
I should have said no.
I don't think she ever said she was selling drugs at the age of 10. She never said that. She just said she was from
Hey
Clayco.
man.
She never said anything hood street.
Look,
Like
The rapper?
It's all good. All right, so we got you, Lisa.
All right, so I'm Lisa. I am from Smyrna, Georgia, the fake north side, but still holding it down. My Northside. My favorite two artists, I would say Nicki Minaj and also Jay-Z.
You're good in my book, gang. You're good. All right. So I'm gonna tell y'all right now how this podcast came about. First, me and B was in Kebab Land. My new platinum, if y'all know what platinum is, the ones who don't know. Then Kebab Land. Me and him was talking about something, and then he was like, "Man, you want a shot, shorty? What you drinking? I'm gonna get her a shot." And then she's like, I think she said Casamigos or some of those young people say.
Ooh.
Anyway, he was like, "Get a shot." She got the shot. We was like, "This is too," and then she was like, "Men don't want to be providers no more." Anyway.
I don't recall it happening that way, by the way.
I said, "Hey, yo." My man's just provided you with a shot, man. But yeah, so this question, I don't know, stuff that I can relate to triggers me. Cause when I feel like somebody wrong, I gotta be right. That's like a very bad trait of mine. And she can attest to like that. That's why most of our arguments come about, because it's like we both think we right, and only one person will be right.
Well, she's a Capricorn, so I know she's probably right.
Quote unquote.
May I add, I love Capricorns, by the way.
So, never wrong.
But
very rare.
we let you finish, and then what did I say?
Let me also say that I was previously drinking at my friend grand opening. So I really don't recall, but I do think that he said men do want to be providers, if I'm not mistaken.
Negative. I said the men you like.
Oh, that was it. I remember that. That's what he said.
I did just like this.
That's exactly. He did that same exact finger.
Cause like I feel like cause I said something to you the same day I text you, and I was like, men don't want to be providers. She said, huh? Because it's such a foreign concept.
No, it's not a foreign concept. I just know he always takes me with some bullshit. What the fuck?
But wait, before we even finish, can I just say, and this is my first time meeting you, you have a good man. You know why? Because after we talked and everything, he was like, follow me on Instagram because, I'm going to do a podcast and I actually want to do this conversation. And he said, but wait, you got to follow my girl. And I was like, yes, sis got a good man. It's respectful.
I do.
He makes it known about you. And in Atlanta, baby, Hello. That's another podcast. But yes, you
well, let's just talk.
I
So we'll have girls' nights. We'll have girls' night podcast. We'll have men's night. We talk about sports. But this is just the first episode. I wanted a 3v3, so we don't get jumped on, but it didn't happen that way. So we good right now. So my personal opinion, I feel like men want to be providers. But I feel like it's probably 60-40, and I'll say 60 on your side. They probably don't want to be providers. And even to defend your don't want to be providers, I can say the first time I met Misha, I thought oh yeah, she gonna take care of me. What I just say, I was like, she gonna buy me a Birkin. I said I want a Birkin. Oh my God. But I could say at one point in time, I wouldn't say I didn't want to be a provider, but I did want an equal. I'll say, because I feel like in every one of my relationships, I've always been the breadwinner, quote unquote. So apartment, whatever, the rent, I'm paying all that. Food in the house, I'm paying all that. We going out every night, I'm paying all that. So it's like, it would have been like a breath of fresh air if I had someone who's like my equal, and I don't have to worry about everything no more. But regardless of the fact, I still love you to death. So
that's dope. Now, can I ask you one question? What's your ethnicity?
Oh, so my mom's from Nigeria, my dad's from Togo, and my dad's dad is from Ghana.
Now, sisters, do you guys understand why I asked that?
I do.
Okay.
I do.
Would you like to elaborate why I asked that?
I'm not gonna say I necessarily agree, but I understand where you're coming from. But I feel like, for one, social media plays a part in a lot of men lives right now. What they think is cool and what they don't think is cool. They think that, oh, this dude is beating on his girl or not providing for his girl or she's taking care of him type. Is whatever Instagram glorifies. That's what a lot of people gravitate to. Everybody want to be Instagram or whatever.
Of course.
But do I agree with it? No, I do think that some men want to be providers and some men don't. It's just the type of men that there are men that want to be providers, there are men that don't. So it's like whoever you're choosing to date at that time, if they don't want to be a provider and that's something that you want, just, let it type of go and then just find someone that wants what you want or want to give what you were asking for. So I do feel like there are men that want to do it, but there are men that also that don't. So the ones who don't, respectfully, you stay where you at. The ones that do, then,
But what is the ethnicity question? What like?
I felt like that didn't correlate to what she was asking that. Why were you asking that?
So the reason I asked what ethnicity are you is because a lot of times men from like foreign countries, it's instilled in them that they are supposed to be providers. But in this generation, for our Black cultures, men now are like, I want 50-50. I love me a boss woman. And of course, I think we all are doing well as women on this panel. But now it's just so much more of like, what is a woman doing for a man? The times has kind of changed. Like, even as our parents back in the day, naturally our fathers knew that they needed to work hard and be providers. So that's what I'm speaking of. I'm not saying that I've ever did, because I would never make a man my man that's not a provider. Let's start there. And when I say that you're not going to be my man because you're not a provider, that doesn't mean that I can't provide for myself. I can. But what do I need you for if I can do everything by myself? What value are you now adding to me? Because I'm already paying my own bills. I'm already making sure that I'm dressed properly. I'm already making sure that I can afford to take care of me and mine. So now that you're coming in my life, what are you bringing if you're not trying to be a man and be a provider, which is what's in the Bible for a man to be?
I had a rebuttal, but
Man, that Schaefer luxury wine.
I've been scared.
This is
I forgot what
I was like, pour me a little bit more.
I forgot what the hell I was about to say.
I literally
You know I
had
don't
this
drink
fucking
your wine all the
I
time.
had this fucking much.
So I'm.
You see where I'm at right now. I mean,
No,
it was kind of halfway through.
And I thought I was about to say,
Cheers, Black owned. Get you some.
Dang, what was I about to say, gang? Well, Ash, you go ahead. Wow. I'm thinking about what the hell.
I don't know. I do feel like what she said, kind of with like the ethnicity thing. I personally, I grew up with both my parents. Both of my parents did what the fuck they had to do. My dad definitely provided, but if there was ever a time where he couldn't, my mom would have easily. Or there were certain things, like my dad took care of household shit. Like, paid the bills, car notes, insurance, anything like that. And my mom would definitely come in and just, like, do, like, extracurricular activities or groceries or shit like that. Mm-hmm. So I do, I personally, I don't know. I mean, I feel like.
Have you dated outside of just like African American? Like, have you dated like?
Fuck no.
Okay.
No.
All
I know is black.
Not saying like.
All I know is black.
I'm saying like African. I mean.
I mean,
like, yeah.
he's African.
I'm saying like other than him, like different
Other than Americans, yeah. Other than just Americans.
No, you said African American.
Not
So other than
African-American,
black.
like the niggas not like. You know what I mean?
Like if you're not born in America,
I don't want no white boy.
have you dated anyone not born in America?
So what?
Definitely a watered down African.
African Americans then. What are you talking about?
That's
Awesome.
Not just him.
definitely
Nigga,
watered
we black.
down.
Oh, okay.
No.
Didn't even know you were African.
That's what I'm saying.
See, I thought that's why she asked the ethnicity question.
No, I asked him because I was just really curious. Because truthfully, in this day and era, I mean, Honestly, why do y'all think so many black men was mad at Africans when y'all first originally, not you because you're clearly American, but like when the Africans came to Atlanta and took over? Because the Africans came and stole all they bitches. You know why?
They gonna cover you some old ass Africans.
You already know. The Africans came to Atlanta in 2000 and what? 13, 14,
Niggas
something like
been
that.
here, you talking
Damn.
about
But I mean, they really took over Atlanta.
the inveigling Africa.
Man, they took over Atlanta. Do you understand me? And they was
Yeah.
stealing
I
niggas'
can
bitches.
remember
Like,
the way
it was
when
lit.
Africans came to Atlanta because they owned a lot of the restaurants.
Yes.
On the south side, pizza joints, any type
Yeah.
of restaurant was owned by Africans, and they were hiring people to work for them. So
You hear me?
I know
You
for a
remember
fact.
what I'm talking about.
Yo, nah, look.
But I personally, I grew up in a one-parent household, which was just my mom or whatever, and of course I had a brother, but my mom had to provide, and I feel like that's why I'm so like independent, like, cause like if I don't do it, it's gonna have to get done regardless. So it's not like a want or a need. I have to do it. Does that make sense? So when we started dating, it wasn't asking you to provide. It was, you know, you in my life. Like she said, what are you adding? And that was one of the additions that you added was taking care of me. Even though I was taking care of myself, but you made things a lot easier for me. So that I feel like it's addition.
No argument.
No,
Hey,
seriously.
it's very rare when I can't rebuttal, and I can't remember my rebuttals. So, dang, I was about to say something deep.
Yeah, because you always got some shit to say.
He was ready. He was ready to be combative. He was ready. He was ready to be combative.
I'm so shocked.
Come on.
The small one. Open the small one because I don't have no more what
Yeah, so I feel like now since it's marinated, I feel like it's definitely 60-40. I think there's a 40.
I really think it's like 80-20.
I think it's like 80. I would say
I really think
80-20,
80-20, but I don't know the exact numbers.
The-
But that's what it's giving
You
these
wanna know what's
days.
crazy though? You say it's 80-20, but there's two in the room right here. And not even counting, bro. We don't know what he do for his shorty. so like,
Do you have a shorty over there? You do? You're a full-time provider? Don't just be saying yes because you're on the spot.
And because she's not here.
Right, okay.
She has a job, and I provide her.
Okay.
so we ironically have 3 men in the room that provide for women, which you're saying is 80-20. How many of those people can we?
How do you differentiate, because there's 3 of you guys, that makes it more than 80-20?
But I'm just saying, if it's what is your statistic? Like, is it one
Because
out of every 3 men?
for one, how many
Arguably,
men is it to one woman in Atlanta? You know, so you have to do those numbers too.
Well, maybe men are tired of providing. You ever thought about that? Maybe that's what it is.
Well, please don't get tired of your responsibility,
They're providing
please.
for the wrong shorties.
But you just
Don't
said.
get tired of your responsibility.
No.
What started in the Bible? This
You
is
just
like,
fucking said men want to be providers. So now y'all don't.
I said it's 60-40.
Now
on
they
the-
tired.
I said the 60.
Now y'all
But
tired.
I just said it was 60-40, so the 60 is on y'all. Got y'all. Like, they don't want to be providers. But I think there's 40% of men out here that probably want to be providers.
80-20.
Maybe wanting and actually doing it are two different things.
Thanks, facts.
Yeah.
or having
I like that. I
Or
like
having
that.
the means
To doing it.
to do it.
Yeah.
I
So
do agree.
Bars.
So you may be right. 60-40.
They might not be in that stage.
But what if their
able to
mindset
provide.
is, I grew up both my parents and they grew up like you. You know, they seen their dad, you know, looking out, everything and shit like that. So, you know, maybe he got the mindset, but he working McDonald's.
And if you can't provide, then you're not a provider.
You want to.
You
but
want to
just
be,
not.
and you
Yeah,
can
but
be.
He got the mindset.
You can be.
No, but
Does the
I
mindset
don't
not
think
count?
The mindset
Don't pay bills.
is nice.
He ain't got no shorty, but
But
he's
if you're
like,
not
man, if I had a
actually
shorty,
working towards that
I
shit,
would take care of her.
I'm just saying.
Like, No,
You know what my mom always told me? You can't call Georgia Power and say, my man loves me. Can you please extend this bill for another month so he gets some more please to pay this $150 light bill? You know,
you doing right, man. You can ACH that bitch to the end of the day. Yeah, like, all right, cool.
That's some crazy type of love, you know. Like, I don't know what Georgia Power bill is gonna do that,
bitch.
you know.
ACH that bitch to the end of the year. Oh, it's off again. Damn. Okay. But this account that I know ain't gonna go.
Oh my God, no.
All right. I needed some defending on that one. That's what Brandon was for. You suck. So I guess this goes hand in hand. Oh, my bad, brother. You ain't go. You think men want to be providers, gang?
I think men want to be providers. I grew up with just my mom, so like I'm still figuring out what it means to be a man and whatnot. But I think the ideal man should be a provider for sure, though. Definitely, I think that I've already got that like kind of instilled. Like I believe that is a thing.
What does providing mean to you?
Okay,
that's a good question.
Providing as far as what, like just like bills, bills and.
I think bills definitely, and also being there to support your woman like mentally. You know, it's not just money that you got to provide. You got to provide like it's just non-tangible things that you got to provide as a man though as well.
Yeah, finances, security, stability.
Love.
it's funny that you said
Reassurance.
Protection.
Reassurance is so important.
Providing. Protecting your woman, your family. I feel like that's providing too.
Yeah.
Like being the protector of your family. That's providing. I feel
Because
like that's all the
if I may add, I think a lot of times men forget. Like, yes, although maybe providing for a lot of men it just means financially, right?
That's not
But I think a lot of times men forget how women could turn a house to a home, groceries into a meal, you know, your dirty clothes to being clean. Like, you know, if you have a woman that does all of that, that is a job too. Not on top if you have a woman that's hustling, promoting her own business, maybe working a 9 to 5 every day, taking care of your kids, doing all of that, and you want to cry about cutting a check to pay rent. Whew, hate it for you.
I'm not gonna discount anything that women do because there was a point in time where, you know, motion was tight, you know, but I was like looking out on things like, you know, washing clothes, drying them, folding them, cooking every night.
Is this true, friend?
Taking out the trash.
Is he lying or not?
Taking out the trash.
Catch this nigga. What? Is he lying or not? I'm just playing.
If I ain't clean the kitchen to her standards, quote unquote, cool. But I was washing all the dishes and there wasn't no dishes in the sink.
That is not cleaning the kitchen.
You know, wiping
Oh,
off.
wow. You didn't wash all the dishes?
You didn't wipe the counters down, sweep the floor.
I clean all the dishes and stuff.
Clean
But
the sink out?
I ain't sweep them. I clean the
No.
sink out, wipe
The job is not done till it's done. And with women, let's be very clear. If you're a man and you working all day, you coming home and your woman halfway wash dishes, maybe wash them and don't dry them, and they just all sitting on the right side. As a man, you're going to be like,
damn, bitch.
what? Like, why you didn't dry them and put them up? Why you just wash them? You want acclimates for doing a half-ass job. You don't get acclimates for that.
I feel what you're saying.
Very valid.
I feel what you're saying. One thing about me personally, when I watch this and shit, I just put them on the side.
Oh, wow.
Turn it over. So keep it a stack. I do that for real. But you know, fixing the living room, you know, furniture, shit like that. And then like, there was one point in time where motion got back straight. And then, you know, my significant other, she was like, kind of like not picking back up on shit that she got to do because, like, I guess she was doing stuff, quote unquote. I don't remember. I don't remember for sure, but I do remember coming back home one day and was like, we need to talk, gang. Like, yo, like, I'm not gonna cap, like, I need some help, my nigga. Like, so I understand that shit is a job too. You know what I mean? Especially when you're doing other shit, you know, trying to make sure, but it's like, think about quote unquote being the provider and doing your job. That's some bullshit. Like that shit was hard.
I mean,
So
I
could.
No, we're gonna hear her side. We let you
I
talk.
could feel that.
We're gonna let you finish. Kanye voice.
I could feel that. So I'm like I said, I'm not discrediting that fact, and I feel like that's very true. What y'all do is a job too, and that's why, like, low key, I feel like in my ideal life, like I told you, when I was growing up, my dad used to pay all the bills. And I halfway seen that nigga because he used to be at work and go to sleep. He always sleep during the day, and then at night he gone. So, I know all the bills was paid when we was in the house, and my mama made the food and stuff like that, make sure we was good, XX and X, up until a certain time in my life. But that's a different story for a different day. And that's actually funny because short story. Saturday. Actually, I think after I left from y'all, and my brother was like, "Hey, where you at? It's 7:00. You're supposed to be here. We're supposed to talk to Daddy." I was like, "Oh shit! Oh damn! All right, cool. I'm out." And I did. It's funny because we was all talking about like our experiences with our dad growing up, and it's like, I got 5 other siblings, and like all 5 of us grew up different. Like my oldest siblings, like, grew up with both our parents. Like me and my brother, like we low key didn't grow up. Like I grew up with both my parents, but I didn't grow up with both my parents. If that makes sense. It's like a point in time when my mom was like tripping out and XX and X, and then like my younger brother, he moved out, went to my uncle's house. And then my youngest brother, he got Down syndrome, and he just like had to live with one of my parents. So it's like they got divorced when we got out of high school, but while they was together, it was like they low key wasn't together because like quote unquote, like I feel like you said earlier, back in when it was at Kebab Land, it was like, when you're dating somebody, you take on that responsibility because, someone who didn't grow up with both of their parents, probably got different experiences than someone who did. Mm-hmm. So, like, I was just thinking about that, too. Again, short story. He didn't grow up with both of his parents, but you did. I grew up with both of my parents, but you didn't. So, it's like, damn. So, it's kind of destined that we were friends. But, no, I feel like a woman job hard, too. But I feel like, there's times when a man, like y'all know what I do. So, like, there's times when a man, like, when shit going right, I just feel like niggas need to chill, just do what they got to do. I don't need you to complain at me, no argue with me, nothing. I need to be focused on what the fuck I need to do so niggas can get bread and everybody straight. Because when I'm straight, everybody's straight. And anybody at this table that know me can attest to that. So that's just my personal opinion. Like, I may slack off on taking out the trash. I may slack off on folding the clothes. There's some days I won't be in the house because I'm trying to relax after having a quote-unquote long day for me. And I told you, like, what I do, it might not be labor-wise, but mentally, nigga, I'll be drained. That shit is frustrating. Like, you see what I'm saying? So, yeah. Yeah, so, like, like, even, like I was telling you, last year when I was working and shit, I was like, bro, I got to be a whole different nigga for 8 hours, bro. Like, I just want to come home and play 2K, and you understood that. And even though you were working, you still did what you had to do type thing. So one thing I'll say is, like, for sure, a woman job ain't easy, but don't think that, what men do is easy too. That shit ain't easy. Especially if we're choosing to be a provider.
I didn't say that.
Anybody said it was easy.
But y'all was saying basically like men think that women's job is hard. Like me personally, I got to go through it to test it type shit if that shit really hard. But that's me.
He is the type of person that you got to do the same shit to him in order for him to understand what he did to you. But that's not for the
fire sign shit.
But when you said you didn't know what I was quote unquote doing, I was quote unquote had a 9 to 5. I was a child care provider, and then on the weekends I was doing my wine. That was.
You're not even. It's not the same time frame. We're not even talking about the same time frame though.
When you sat down and had that conversation, which is the reason why you started doing those things was because I got a job. That's why you started picking up doing those things because physically and mentally I couldn't. I was waking up at 6:30, getting my son ready for school, putting him on the bus, then going straight to work, getting off at 4:30, 5 o'clock, coming home, doing projects and homework.
Bitch, I'm tired already.
Coming home.
Hello,
and then
me
still
too.
having to make my wine, and then sometimes my wine didn't get finished because I was too drained and too tired. Now, for those who do not work in childcare, I was with infants. So I was with 10 to 12 kids a day, and it was only me and another teacher having to bathe, poop, listen to crying. So sometimes when I got home, no, I did not want to wash and fold clothes. No, I did not want to do anything. Half the time I was so drained, I didn't even want to shower. I just wanted to lay the fuck down. But again, my only, it's not even a complaint. My only misunderstanding is when a man is working hard, and he's focused and he's in the zone, he can slack off on things. When a woman is working hard and in the zone, regardless if she's doing things or not, she still has to do those
Damn,
things.
that was a bar.
So I'm gonna bring it back because right now, even this past month, the past 2 months, I've done over 30 events with my wine. That's including weekdays and weekends. And even last year when I was working and I did quit my job or my job fired me or whatever, I was not working every day. But guess what I was still doing? Marketing my business. I was still doing things every day. And things were still getting done around the house. Now my business has picked up, and now I'm doing, even on the weekend, I'm clearing easy 6 events with my wine. So Friday through Sunday and sometimes Monday, stuff don't get done until maybe Tuesday. And then when Tuesday comes, I still have to wash and dry. And this is a bit personal, but the other day you came to me, you said, I don't have nothing to wear, which I said, damn, laundry has been piling up. It's not only you, it's me and it's my son. I've been teaching him how to wash clothes. Because let's be honest, when you've washed clothes in the past, things have gotten ruined. And I know you were trying. I love you for trying. I love you for trying. I love you for trying.
Even if I do it, you're going to complain about how I do it.
I love you for trying.
Why should I do it? I should just do what I'm doing.
No, you should just do it right.
I pay shit, right?
No, you should just do it right.
No.
That doesn't mean
I pay bills, right?
No.
Ain't no problem with paying bills, right? So shit.
Hell no.
Even if I do it, it's a problem. So
That's not what I'm saying. I said I appreciate you for
If you do
doing
it wrong, it's a problem.
I appreciate you doing those deeds. My thing is simply, like I said, when a woman is in her zone and working hard and doing all those things, she still has to get those things done. You're still expecting me to cook. You're not saying you're making me cook, but I do try my best to cook as much as possible. And granted, I'm tired. But, you know, and some days I'll get up and I'm like, look, I forgot to take some out. But I can say, honestly, sometimes I have paid for us going out to eat, even with my son. I've taken care of $100 tabs. And you can attest to that. Lately, no. But I have done that plenty of times. I have. Don't make the face. Oh, so you don't remember when I've done that?
I'm not looking at
They
the
never
camera,
do.
gang.
They never do. They never
I'm not
do.
looking at the camera, gang.
You ain't gotta worry, sis.
So,
Because it's all him.
So I can't, like I said, I can attest when things were easier and stuff like that. But again, when motion pick up for you, I just can't stop my wine business and stay at home and just do womanly deeds of cleaning and cooking and making sure the house is clean. Because I have a business that is growing very, very rapidly, as we both know. So my time is a bit cut short. And even like things like now, okay, I should be at home with my son. And guess what I'm doing? Promoting my business. Does that make sense? Which is still, quote unquote, me working. So again, things are still done at the house, right? Clothes is washed. I washed 4 loads this past, 2 days? Washed, folded, and put up. Food is at the house, ready to be cooked, right? So it's like things like that. I'm just simply saying, when we're in motion, we can't slow down. It has to get done. When men are in motion, they can stop. And I'm not bashing you and saying that. I'm just simply making it a known fact, because even the other day when you realize that I'm dead tired, I would literally pass out. I would fall asleep. I would sleep at 1 o'clock in the afternoon to like 4 or 5.
No, and let me agree with you on this. And I know, I'm sure you're an awesome boyfriend, man, and everything. Yeah. But just even in my own experience, right? Before I even had my daughter, and my mom was always told me, don't forget, when you become a mother, it's called mama's baby, daddy's maybe, right? Mm-hmm. And I used to be like, Mom, what? My child's father, he's going to be a great dad. And he is a great father. I'm not taking that away from him. He's a great provider for my daughter. He is there for any event she has. But guess what? Every day I go to work or whatever I'm doing in my life, and I come home and I be a mother, and I make sure she takes her bath, and I make sure I do her homework with her, and I make sure she goes to bed, and I make sure she's up for school. even me and her dad is not together, right? So even when he is gone working or whatever he's doing with his life or whoever he's doing, guess what? The responsibility is still on me. I can't lack. I can't fall short. I still have to be able to manage my personal life, my aspirations, my dreams, and still be a mother, still pour into my daughter, because this world is getting even crazier, right? So we know we got to talk to our kids every day. We know we have to tell them that you are greater than what you're seeing. We have to explain to them that you're not going to be an Instagram thought. You know what I'm saying? We have to explain to them that you have to figure out if you want to be a doctor or lawyer. Yes, it's okay for you to want to be an entrepreneur, and I want my daughter to be one. But we still have to give them reality. So even when her father is not there every single day to do that, and he may do it every other day, but guess who is doing it every day? It's me. So when the load of a woman, like we said, we can't fall short. And especially if you're a woman with a child, there's just no room for error, because your child is going to be a product of you.
All right, I feel that.
Those are all facts.
What's the W end of that question?
Very nicely said, ladies.
I
will say
I have no rebuttals. I could let that one rest. So men don't want to be right.
This nigga.
So second question: what makes you like or dislike a person?
Random person?
Want to go first?
or-
Someone
Like
you're
romantic?
dating,
Gotta be a little more
romantically.
Well, which one?
Relationship.
Is this our first date? Are we just meeting?
I'll say relationships with humans. Period.
Okay,
Like,
so is this relationships in general?
yeah. So you sound like you want to go first. So go
I
ahead.
would
Go.
say their characteristics after a time period. And when I say characteristics, I mean like their overall. Like, okay, I try to see them in different environments and see how they act and react, and I'm real observant of that. And I try to be observant of that because I've had some friends I'm like, dang, I really thought she was my friend and she really wasn't. But, you know, I try to observe people in different environments to get to know who they truly are. And then, but some things that just, like, it's just their characteristics. They may be one way in front of somebody else and it may be totally different around other people. This person may, do something that I might think is suspect, and I'll question them about it, or just being in different environments and different groups, heard them say something about somebody, and then be doing something else. So it's just their characteristics and looking at them overall.
I would say, initially,
Ash don't like nobody.
if I feel
That's the best friend.
That's the best friend right there, Ash.
I do. First of all, I don't like people when I first meet them. I don't know if that's a Capricorn thing, because I couldn't stand it. I didn't like you.
She did not like me.
When I first met her,
and I
did
accepted it.
not like her.
When
And she was always
when you
so.
first meet her?
Yeah,
When y'all meet each
I'm
other.
like, bitch, like, girl.
I think when I brought Ash over.
And I accepted it. I was like,
I did her
and
nails and everything.
She still acts her.
And we did not talk the whole fucking
she do
time.
nails.
Yeah, I'm a nail tech. We didn't talk the whole fucking time. I don't like people when I first meet them. I don't know what it is. I have to get.
It's time for me to fill in too.
Niggas did not
No,
talk.
I would walk right by and not even speak to nobody. Cause the fuck, I don't know. Shit, hey.
She didn't like me either when you first met her?
That's not that I like you. You were always like, you know how you be. When people buy you, like, yeah, what's up? But you never said shit though. At first, when I first came over, you wouldn't say anything.
I don't remember.
And then I kept seeing missionaries.
What was the first time you came over?
The first time I came over, I remember my outfit. I don't remember when.
Bro, I don't remember, nigga.
I remember what I had on and everything. But I don't remember.
I remember me meeting Ash when we weren't together. That's when I was first started meeting Ash. Like,
They weren't together.
Misha was literally there.
No, we weren't together, but I was there. I remember us being there. I think we had a game night or something. That's what I remember, like, vividly.
What's your game night? We had a bunch of game nights.
We did have a bunch of game nights. I think we had a game night or something. But
I was funny. Why y'all laughing so hard?
I don't remember.
I don't think it was game night.
Y'all did like a secret lab. Like, y'all was saying something.
It was game night.
Say that shit out loud.
I don't think it was game
when
night.
I had cooked. That was the first time.
Oh, that salmon motherfucker you made with the That shit was good
I
as
think
fuck.
that might
Nigga
have
whipped that shit up. I ain't
I
gonna
made
cap.
salmon and spinach.
Man, I wasn't there.
You wasn't there. We smoked.
We did
I had a
some-
blunt.
Oh, that's
I was
when I used to
smoking
steal
outside.
my weed. We
No.
definitely went
You
together.
didn't have no weed back then because you couldn't even hit the weed I rolled up.
It's like
But,
Eastside weed.
No. I was outside
Really
smoking, and you said some shit like something like.
That's the east side.
It's the Eastside shit. Probably that
You
Eastside
couldn't
shit.
smoke that shit. No nigga was coughing.
Oh yeah, no, I remember that.
But I feel like I came over before that.
It was outside. What was we outside? We
Because I was outside. I didn't want to
Oh,
smoke in there. Remember, I ain't never been
She
over
was
there
scared
before.
to smoke in the crib. Like
It was my blunt.
I think I asked you that shit too. Like, what the
Why
fuck?
you
That's
smoking
you
outside?
said that. And I'm like, shit, I don't know if y'all smoke. Like, I'm trying to get high. I don't know what y'all doing. Nigga
Alright,
making
cool,
salmon
cool,
and
cool.
shit. I'm trying to eat good. I'm trying to see that shit from
facts,
my
facts.
shit. Like, you know.
I ain't gonna lie. What makes me like and dislike a person?
If I tell you, let's take a shot, and you say I ain't ate yet, I don't like you.
Oh no, that shit lame as fuck. I hate that shit. I ain't eat yet. That shit lame as hell.
Oh, that shit
What?
lame.
I have a weak stomach.
Get you
That
some
shit
chicken
lame.
I'm
nuggets
gonna take
later.
a lot, but I'm definitely about to eat.
Yeah, you gotta eat.
In
You
her
gotta eat.
defense, I know her limits, but
Fuck that, bitch. Be ready.
cause I ain't know her limits when I first met her. So when I took her to Houston,
Woo! Why we had a time?
nigga,
It sound like you was drunk as fuck. That's what it
nigga, me and Don bought 4 battles after he threw up before he came to the club.
Oh, man.
So
sounds like.
and then she was trying to keep up with T Slimmy. You never met
We
her,
drunk
Never met her.
but
damn near a bottle of peace. Boy, I was.
yeah, it was only like 6 of us. And then Don was with this bitch I ain't like. And damn, I hope that bitch don't see this. But yeah, she was with this bitch I ain't like. And I was with T Slimmy, her friend, you, and me. It was only 2 niggas in the section. It was only us.
His friend wasn't even drinking. So
Yeah.
it was me and Slimmy drinking.
So it was me, you, and Slimmy and Don. That's it.
Boy.
And you know, like she drink like a nigga. So I was like, bro, stop fucking trying to like.
She got one. Cheers.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I'm
So yeah, when we got threw up on the way back to the
Not in the
hotel.
car, though. I threw up
She
on
ain't threw up in the car. The Uber driver was very thankful. And then,
I'm mindful.
This is my first time like actually being with her, so like I ain't try her up nothing. I was like, let you throw up, go in the bed, cool, take a shower. You know what I mean? You good? I'm gonna go ahead and get some of you and be back. Type shit, but nah, like I do not like that shit neither.
I don't like that
I
shit.
really,
I will automatically not fucking like you.
yeah,
And
like
I know that sounds really childish.
And that's probably why you didn't like me.
I'm just gonna drink my wine. This was no, you do.
she didn't have no wine
She did,
idea.
but she was a Stella Rosa kind of bitch, and I was.
Oh
I
yeah,
was.
Stella
Here's
Rosa,
some,
facts.
I got some.
Stella Rosa.
Girl,
Where's the shot said? Miss Delion in the building. I remember
yeah,
that. Miss
fucking
Delion in the
Oh,
building.
every time I came over, I had a bottle of Delion.
Shorty had Delion 8 times.
Mm-hmm.
Every fucking time.
Bro,
And I'm like,
swear.
Don, this shit kind of cool though. Like, cause I was a Don Julio nigga.
That was my
You
go-to.
know, I'm a Tito's guy now, right now.
What you
Especially
talking
at
about?
Kebab
$20 to get
Land.
lit.
Cause I ain't gonna count a couple of my tickets at Kebab Land. I'm like, man, Don Julio, $20 now.
Exactly.
I ain't broke, but the Tito 10.
Y'all better stop sleeping.
The Tito's 10. So,
Y'all better stop sleeping on Tito.
I be getting the Tito's. Like the other day I had like 7 of them shits. But what makes me not dislike or dislike a person? I'll say, man, if you don't want to get no money, bro, but you ask me, can we get some money? What the fuck? I'm gonna tell you how I get money. What's up? And then like, no, I don't want to do that. Well, nigga, we can't go get no money then. Yeah, damn. All right, well, hit me up. There's nothing to hit you up about, bro. Like the fuck, like I'll say if we can't get no money together, that shit is a pet peeve of mine. It's like, and it's like people that I grew up with, even like, hold on one second, babe. People even I grew up with, like, that ask me like, oh, can I get some bread? I'll be like, no, I can't get you no bread, but we can make some. You know what I mean? But you know, it's some people just grew up differently, whatever. I mean, you know, for the longest, you know, me and you, we you know, you just chilling until you was like, nigga, damn, how the fuck we gonna get some bread? Like, and I respect that about you, you know. Even like I told you, my future plans and shit, you know, by the end of the year, you know, niggas trying to do some more, you know, let's say tax jobs. Yeah. But nah, yeah. If you like trying to see how I'm getting money, and I tell you how I'm getting money, and then you like, oh, but I don't want to get money like that. What the fuck? Like, all right, cool. Like, I mean, but yeah, that's me.
So that's
What's
my
up?
question. So I know you're saying that we can't get no money together. I'm not saying me because we get money together. But I'm just saying, like, okay, so does that mean that person just necessarily have to do what you tell them to do to get money, or are you saying that particular person just got to have some type of hustle about themselves?
If we meet each other, that's
Like,
I love both parts. I love both parts.
Just because nobody
Okay.
want to do what you do, that don't mean that you just gonna like it because now you ain't doing.
I ain't on couch.
We need. They just gotta have some hustle about
Agree,
themselves. Like,
right,
elaborate
agree.
a little bit because I want some clarification.
We on a limited supply, but next time we need shots because that's a shot. Clap one.
No,
You know what I mean? But nah, like not just because the nigga don't want to do what I want to do, but if you ask me straight up, yo, bro. Man, I see you shining, like you getting bread, like you know I don't be shining. I don't even wear my chain no more. Like nah, like you know what I mean.
I see you shining, my boy. Big money.
Nah, like, but that's low key a hating ass nigga if he say that. Nah, like if he's like, yo, like bro, like you getting money type, yeah, like you get money type shit, like you know what you be doing type shit, and you know I tell you like a stint because I don't trust everybody, so I don't tell niggas too much, and they be like. Oh, nah, but I ain't trying to get money like that. Then, oh, all right, cool. Well, I don't really got no other ways for you to get money right now. Type shit. But another thing is, one things we had problems with when we was first coming up, like, nigga, your hustle was not on the same level as mine. That shit used to kill me, bro. I'd be like, nigga, we need to do 3-4 today.
They're going to play
Y'all
basketball.
had to be at the gym. What make you not dislike and like folks?
Honestly, for me, I would say loyalty because people throw love around now so easy, but it's so hard to find loyalty. So I would take loyalty over love and anything else. And it sounds so cliche, but it's very true because it's about people having your back when you're not around. It's about people promoting your shit, being true friends, wishing you well, not being jealous of your success, and actually being motivated off of what you're doing. You know what I mean? That's what loyalty's about. So I love that. That's what would make me not like you.
So go ahead. Go first, and then I'm gonna do my little
Make
spiel.
me dislike a person. If you annoying, you gotta get the fuck around me. Like, I be in my own head a lot. So if you being annoying, like outside of my head, like I need you to get away from me. Like,
What is annoying to you? Like,
Yeah, like what makes
Me?
you annoyed?
Are you calling me annoying? The fuck?
I wasn't even going that way. I was gonna say like me to her because I be getting on her damn nerve. I know.
I think
I didn't say
I just
that.
have a limit where after a certain time, I just need to be back by myself. I just need to be alone. Like I just have a limit, and after that limit,
Everybody has this shit.
cancer.
Everybody.
So like,
Hello, shout out to the cancers. We the best.
Oh, I'm sorry, friend.
See, she already don't like me. I'm a cancer. She don't like me.
No, I like women cancer. No. I love women cancer. I love women cancer.
Okay.
I can't do it.
All right.
So look,
Never mind. She likes me.
you said loyalty makes you dislike people, right?
Yes. Disloyal people make me dislike people.
Okay. I feel like I'm too loyal, and I'll be loyal to niggas even when they do me dirty type shit. And like, I'm not gonna say no names, but like, it's been people in my life recently, like they see me starve. Like when Motion was crazy, like she can attest to it. Like when Motion, you know, shit wasn't, you know what I mean? We can't go out to eat today. Like not every damn day no more. Like you see what I'm saying?
Agreed.
And like niggas knew that shit. You know, I put them onto some work type shit, and they just kept running with it, and just was like, anytime they see me, it was like, yeah, nah, I'm just, you know, telling me some shit to throw me off of what the fuck really going on type shit, and like even to this day, like he can ask me for anything, and like I'm not gonna say to this day, prior to getting my epiphany and being like, I'll say like with me, I feel like even if you're loyal to somebody, because I'm loyal to a fault. Like I'm worse than Tommy on Power. Like I'm loyal to a fault. Like it don't matter what happened. Like if you put me on or whatever, like I'm loyal to you. But one thing I was talking to Brandon about actually is like, man, ain't nothing wrong with treating people accordingly.
Agreed.
You know what I mean? So it's like, if your man's did you dirty, whatever, it ain't like you gotta cut him off. It's just now you treat him
Now
accordingly.
you handle him accordingly.
I
So
wouldn't say that, and I don't think that's a bad thing. Because
Yeah,
I feel
fact.
like this: if you're doing good for people and you have a good heart and your intentions are well, you're gonna be blessed in the end. That
You
person's
know what's so
not.
crazy?
And that's
I was
why
gonna
I'm
say
good right
that.
now.
Leave it as that. So just
I was gonna, you know, no, seriously. I was gonna say the same exact thing, and let me tell you why. Because sometimes we get so focused on what somebody else didn't deliver due to the fact of what we've done for them, and we can't focus on that because God doesn't hold what they didn't do for you against you.
Man, that
He's
shit
gonna
is
hold
crazy, though.
that against them. It's kind of like the same thing, and that's what's so crazy because
That's why I
I
just
literally
cut people
had a
off.
That
conversation.
shit crazy.
I'm gonna be forever
though.
thinking
So-
you doing some
No,
slime
no,
shit
no,
behind
no.
my back.
Seriously, let me tell you this
I'm
because
not. We're good.
the reason is I feel like it's so imperative that we focus on what we do on this earth for people. Because that is what we are going to be judged by, not what nobody else did to us.
Exactly.
And the way that we stay blessed is by the seeds that we sow in the ground. And so it's kind of like what I was about to say, the conversation I had with someone just recently when we were out at this bar, and this guy was telling me like, oh, how he doesn't like going to church because he don't know what pastors do with the tithes and offerings. And the reason I told him, and listen, this is just my beliefs.
Not really.
This
Did
is
you
this
say
is
tithes and offering that day?
but this
Don't
is
pretend.
They was just talking about bro in New York who's
no,
wearing
but
the Dior
no,
suits.
no. But wait, no. But he wasn't living off of tithes and offers. Let's be very clear. He was scamming. But secondly, what I'm saying, what I was going back to is we still can't even focus at that because in the Bible it says, "Bring ye all ye tithes and offerings into the storehouse, so you can have room enough to receive." God is not judging you off what the pastor is doing. He's judging you off of if you're robbing him. Are you bringing your 10% into church? So a lot of times we're so focused on what other people are doing, but we have to just focus on doing our good and doing right by what we know we're supposed to do, because that's where your blessings and where your help comes from. And that's all I have to say. So don't worry about who wronged you. They gonna be judged. God got that. You ain't gotta judge them. You just worry about what you did.
Don't worry about people's kids. Or you know what I mean?
No,
Like if
worry
I starve bro,
about
then
you.
that means I'm starving his son
Absolutely.
and or daughter.
It's okay
So
for that though.
that's how I
No,
be feeling, but
human.
No,
I-
yes,
you know what I
you're
mean?
still human.
But it's like you know what he told me? He said, think about when he did he even think about you when he starved you?
Huh, hello.
No, so you can't think
So
about that.
yeah, so
It happens. It happens to the best of us. And you gotta understand people, your level of giving is not that other person's level of giving. So you can't expect for someone to give the same thing that you're giving because we're two different people.
facts. It's a W. That's a W. All right, so I like
So
that
dope.
question
I
too.
love her. Helping him out.
All right, the next one is everything ties in hand. That was a W today. All right, what's the story behind how you met your best friend?
I'll go first. Okay, so first of all, I'm not gonna lie. I have
A lot of best friends.
no, not a lot, bitch. Hold on. No, I have.
I'm one of many.
I have my best friend who I met her in 2016. We worked at the courthouse in the cab, and we've been friends ever since then. What you trying to see? What I'm talking about?
Warehouse. What the hell?
Oh yeah, baby. I worked at the courthouse. I had every job. Baby, I worked at every motherfucking place you could think of except McDonald's. I ain't never worked in fast food, but
Damn.
I've literally had every single job you can ever think of. Okay,
Nah,
but
if you work at the courthouse, you a W.
Yeah, that's a win.
okay.
Erase my ticket, please.
No, I wasn't doing nothing.
Hello, erase my ticket. No, I'm just playing DeKalb County. She ain't never do that. Okay, let me bring you to Cobb County. I had some tickets in Cobb.
Take it right back in Yeah, Mailbox crazy. But no.
Tickets crazy.
But yeah, I met my best friend in 2016. We've been cool ever since then. I ain't gonna cap. She's one of them bitches I didn't like when I first met her. And she kept trying to be my fucking friend. I'm like, bitch, we're here to work. I don't like making friends at work. Because I feel like y'all gonna tell on me. If I'm like, oh, you want to eat my friend? They gonna tell on me we off work. What we doing off work? You gonna go to work and tell everybody next day. So I don't like doing the friends at work. But her, she kept getting in my goddamn face. So we eventually hung out outside of work, and that became my best fucking friend. That's my road. Now we fell out one time. If you don't fall out with your best friend at least one time, are y'all really best friends?
True.
So we fell out one time, but ever since then, like, actually twice. We fell out twice. But
over a nigga, damn.
Nah.
I was just talking shit.
Nah, we won't fall out about shit, especially not about no bitch. Never that. What little baby say? Yeah, okay, don't play with it. Nah, we might, you know, distance, but we won't never fall out. Not on no nigga. But
How long y'all been friends?
since 2016, I don't know, 16.
Oh, that's a long time.
21, 22, 23, so like 8 years. 7, 8 years, whatever. But yeah, and then I met this gem of a person through. I met. Damn, bitch, where I meet you? No, just playing.
24, 44.
Facts. And like I said, I ain't like this bitch when I first met her. I don't like nobody when I first meet them, but it took me a while, and then we started hanging. I was like, oh my god, this bitch literally is just like me. In a way, we're not alike in all ways, but in some ways, you know, we related. So, you know, and then I think we all started hanging out together like often, and I think that really increased it too. For sure, I think we really started hanging out on his birthday.
Yeah, it was after his birthday.
It was after his birthday.
Mm-hmm.
What was the question?
2021.
How did you meet
How'd
your
you
best
meet your
friend?
best friend?
Oh.
2021?
Yeah.
It was after his
I don't
birthday.
know.
That's when y'all started talking to each other? 2021? Because I
It had to
remember.
be, because he was still liking bitches' pictures in 2020. So it had to be. I'm going to go with 2021. I'm just talking shit, y'all. Damn, like. Pull your panties out your ass. I'm just talking.
Look, he like, what?
Go ahead, Misha, because I'll say Ash really your best friend for real.
Ash is. I would say Ash really is my best friend. I feel like, I feel like I really don't. I really don't. I have a lot of.
Like we tell each other a lot of shit.
We do. I feel like if me and you fall out, I would have to do something to you. You know, a lot of.
That's a best friend. That's a best friend. That is a best friend.
But I mean, I do have some real friends like Nay and Jade, who I met, of course, before you. We've been friends since like 2018. But I would say,
don't know those women.
Yeah, you don't know them. But
I don't know that man.
I don't know those.
you haven't met them. That's
I don't
crazy.
think I have.
You haven't met them.
Bitch making up names. I ain't never heard these people in my life.
Make it up.
Wow. It's a shade because your
She
friend
just saying that because they gonna see it.
there.
She just saying it because they gonna see
wanna
it,
see
and
him.
she don't want to lead them out. Like, girl, we don't know y'all. No, I'm just playing.
Ooh.
I'm joking.
Shots fired. Boom,
That's a real.
that is real. I would say that is real because I really don't. I mean, I feel like I have a lot of female acquaintances, people who I've done events with, people I've networked. I have a lot of female acquaintances that I've worked with and collaborated with. But as far as like friends who I can pick up the phone and call, it's literally like y'all three, like for sure. Like I'm not really on the phone with like and Lady, but I met her last year, and so me and her, we just got the same hustle and same grind, and we been working ever since. So and she's motivated me to do a lot of other stuff. So I feel like other than that, and you, my best friend too, I tell you literally everything. So yeah, I would say how we met. It was just. At the strip club.
I love that.
But I'm so grateful that it's closed.
The strip club that she hates.
Welcome to Atlanta.
Everybody.
And now I hate Kebabland. I'm sorry. Now I hate Kebabland.
Anything I like, you just gotta hate.
No, I wouldn't say that.
You don't like the PlayStation. You don't like Kebabland. You
Because
don't
maybe
like Platinum.
Maybe it's the severity of life.
You don't like
Do you mean
Platinum.
like or do you mean
You don't like
overly obsessed
Hellcats.
and fucking murder?
Like, anything I like,
Okay.
you don't like.
Sorry, go.
So it's not that anything you like, I don't like, you overindulge. Anything too much for you is not good for you. So when you go to Platinum for a full week straight, and I'm just like, feel like that's a deal breaker. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I just feel like there is a time and a place. Kebab Land was literally like my favorite place to go eat. And now you're there literally every single day. I don't want to eat Kebab Land for lunch, breakfast, and dinner.
That nigga be there at 10 in the morning. After y'all got eggs. Y'all know they got breakfast. They don't have no breakfast.
Smoking on the walking at 10 a.m. And
They do got breakfast.
Oh, they do?
Steak and eggs. Steak and eggs.
I didn't know
Secret
that.
menu. That's the secret menu.
Oh, you're lying like shit. No, fucking shut up.
I agree.
Hey, my boy Matt, Kebab Land.
Ain't no fucking eggs.
That's
in no
probably
damn
one of
kebab
the
land.
owners.
That's why he best friends with him.
And and I love that it's like you go places where people know your name. It's a good feeling when you I love going to Black Coffee when people know us. This is Black people. Like I love that. No disrespect to nobody when it comes to that. It's not that I don't like what you like. I just feel like you overindulge in some things and you don't have a balance.
You
In my
overindulge in
opinion.
events, and I don't.
That's money. I'm sorry.
What?
That's not money.
Hold on. No, that was so fucking
So you make money at every single event?
Every single event I do,
Even if
at
she
minimum
doesn't, that's
make
promoting her
even-
business.
And even
It's business.
And
Not pleasure. Not
networking.
leisure time.
Networking alone.
Exactly, networking alone. Because to be completely honest, some events that I did make money on, I damn sure made sure that I networked and people knew who I was in that building. And I gained a minimum 10, 15 followers. And that in itself is money.
Yes.
It's money. It may not be financially like $20, $40 in my account, but it's because this person gonna repost my shit and ain't no telling who gonna see it.
Facts.
So, I'm just saying, I overindulge in work. I can say, I do work a lot, but it's because my business is growing.
That's fucking work.
It's
That don't have nothing to do with being in a strip club Monday through Friday.
It's me making money, me receiving money.
same.
Network said nigga said a strip club, but I've already established to you like recently actually.
This is a recent conversation. Yeah.
I've understood myself, and I'm like, I don't have an addiction to the strip club. I had an addiction to platinum.
You got an addiction to smoking
Because-
hookah in public.
No.
I think that's what it is.
It's
That's
what
valid
is the
too,
addiction?
because I don't
What is
smoke
the
no
difference?
fucking hookah in the house.
What is the
No funny
difference?
shit.
Like smoking hookah in
No,
public.
it's
What's
not.
the
I don't even
difference,
think it's
though?
the smoking the hookah.
The difference?
Yeah, from the strip
Platinum
club
is
to
fucking
platinum.
platinum.
Right?
Yeah.
No, I'm saying, like, what's
I think
the
that's why I
difference?
met you was at platinum.
Are
You was at platinum.
you friends with what's his
Don.
name? Don. Yes.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Who is
That
Don?
place is still open.
Look at that.
No.
No.
Who is Don?
It's
Don,
Tasha's
that's
their
my.
friend.
Well, we met all at the same time, so
time,
that's
yeah.
our man.
That's
We
even
met
that's
him.
that proves her even more right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I just feel like
We didn't meet at platinum. We met in Houston.
Oh.
who?
Yeah, so your point.
Who met
You just said that's why I met you at platinum. This is what
No, I
you
met
just
her
said.
at platinum.
That's
That's
what
what
I
she
just said.
Who? What are you
Oh
talking about?
yeah. If I didn't overdose, I would never met
I just said she right.
How you talking about?
No way.
I said she
No
just
way.
right. I said this is why she right. Yeah, I said this is why she is right.
He don't want me to be right. I'll take it. But like I
If I didn't overindulge, I would have never met you. So now what?
first and
So
foremost,
now what? So now what? Because we would have never met. We would have never met. We would have never met ever.
That's not true. If y'all
We would have never met.
If y'all were meant to
The
cross
only
paths,
reason-
you would have crossed paths
Bro.
eventually.
Joe,
Bro.
let's say
Whether it was-
You told me that you was not even there like that.
I was
You said you used to just pull up on Raquel.
And I did.
That's
Every
it.
once in a while, and I did. And I only met you one time there before because I wasn't going like that. But again, if I was not going like that. I went maybe
Oh,
me and Raquel
okay
went
then.
like best
So-
best friends.
so-
I went maybe 3 or 4 times
All right.
before even like knowing who you were.
Okay.
So, like I said, if I would have known that you were in, you would. Let's be honest. You didn't even go to platinum for a week straight until we were already in a relationship. That's when you literally went to platinum for an entire week straight.
You don't know that.
Unless you didn't tell me you were going, and then I didn't know. So I mean, then I can't judge you.
All right, so
I just know.
you can attest to this. After we did work, and we end at 2, 3 o'clock, where we go? Because Don's there first. So where we go after that? To possibly get paid and or just chill.
Again, if I
We
don't
was
know
there
that
every
you're
single
there,
fucking
I don't know
day.
that you're there. I can't-
Sometimes on
I can't
Saturday.
judge you for that. All I
Sometimes.
know is that when we were together and we were cohabitating,
Niggas was
and
at
living
platinum
together,
every
they were there
motherfucking day.
every day. And again,
Because
it's
that was the
about
office.
okay.
We networking.
Y'all networking.
We're be networking.
We be networking.
We networking.
That's
There's
what
niggas not making money with
It
right now.
be
that
people
I
in
met
there
at
making money,
platinum
bro.
Why y'all so loud?
3 years
Exactly.
ago.
What was y'all networking? networking. Y'all finna get on the pole. Y'all was dancing.
That was networking.
What's going on?
Bro, that's the
it's
nigga I
people
met
in
there
there
at Platinum.
making bread. That's
It's
not
giving
just
y'all
what
was
I'm
trying to
saying.
save bitches.
Anyway, neither
Oh,
here
you
nor
said they was making
there.
money together in Texas?
They was
making money.
networking.
They was networking in
Who
Texas.
said networking?
Networking.
Does that mean something else? Let me pull out my
definition
dictionary.
of networking is,
Oh.
you know, it's not any form of sexual communication, no form
I don't know
of
nothing about that.
flirtatious
I don't know.
It be
communication.
dudes in there. You do know that, right?
I do.
Y'all fucking with dudes too?
Oh, God. What does
that mean?
I'm not saying
It be
this.
niggas in there getting money.
There's niggas in there getting money in there.
What are y'all doing?
So you know what niggas say? You know what niggas say? I see
Girl,
you
look at her.
Yo, bro, I see you shining these
I
shit.
agree,
Y'all
sis.
didn't hear nothing
What
about
you
that
getting?
shit, obviously.
They
I
was
said
talking
that
about
I said-
bitches.
Y'all get so offended about y'all little spot.
What's
It's closed, baby. It's closed down.
Don't worry, it's gonna be open back soon.
Y'all
Don't worry, it's
all
gonna be
week straight.
Don't worry, it's gonna be back open soon. It's gonna be back open. It's
I'll
gonna
make
be
sure
back
we
open.
go a week
It's
straight.
gonna be back open soon.
I really do.
It's all good.
Like I was
It's all
simply
good.
saying, I feel like there's levels of networking, and I feel like you guys are being sarcastic when y'all say networking because that is what us females do, and that is, at least for me, I don't know about other
Nigga
females.
said that's what
I know-
females
no,
do.
No,
What the
no,
fuck
me.
is-
That's
Can
what
I-
I'm doing.
can
When
I
I'm going
ask
to
a
events, when
serious
I'm going places,
question?
I'm legitimately networking. Like this morning, we went out to eat, and I gave out my business cards. That's legitimately me networking. You know, and
Okay, when I'm
so-
at Kebabland, I give out your business cards, but you don't want me to be there every day.
No, I didn't say I don't want you to be there every day. I just said there's balance.
Hey.
No, I do agree, and like I told you, starting off, he made me follow you, and I love that.
I appreciate
and
that.
I need you to.
love him for that.
But don't be there every day.
Oh, turn it around. Yeah.
But secondly, I know this.
do that at Platinum.
I know this is
Ain't no
off.
niggas in there drinking wine.
I know this is off
I
topic.
drink one of the
Ain't
shit.
no niggas in there drinking no damn
It gives
wine
it a
at
more
Platinum.
sexy.
That's a lie. Some men drink wine.
Nobody in there be drinking.
There's
wine.
no
But they have wine.
men in Platinum
They do
drinking
have-
wine.
But they have wine.
They may not
Partially
drink
because
it
it's
in-
not open.
No,
right
but
now.
no, it doesn't matter. They may not drink it in the club. Of course, most people don't. But you don't know what a man is gonna go home and do after a long day of work. He may not want hard liquor. He
feel
may
that,
want to
Lisa.
wine dine
How'd you meet your
down.
best friend?
I am single. Okay, in case anybody wants to mingle. No, I'm just playing. But no, but all jokes aside, just because he don't want to drink hard liquor at that place don't mean he don't drink wine at home.
Damn, you never been
all
to
of
Platinum? You missing out, gang.
You ain't got on shit, but bitches with bullet holes. The fuck?
I didn't
bitches
say
that
Blaze.
can't dance.
I didn't say Blaze.
And bitches that can't.
The
Wait,
fuck?
Blaze be turned. I don't
That
know
shit
what
is
you
a
talking
trap,
about.
nigga. That shit is a trap.
Platinum is
The
a trap. That
fuck?
shit this fucking big.
Platinum's
You can't
the
even move in
Buckhead
that
trap,
bitch.
though. I'd rather be in the trap in Buckhead than in the actual trap.
Oh, okay.
Platinum is the
Fuck.
spot.
Oh, you're one of
I have a
those.
question.
Platinum
Got
is the
you.
spot.
Can we take a bathroom?
Count.
Can I go pee?
That's fine. Go ahead.
Okay, perfect. I don't want to interrupt.
Come here.
Oh, look at her. She was waiting on that one.
She's offended.
She was waiting on that one.
Tell them about me, friend.
Okay, let me tell. Okay, so first off,
I'm an inspiration.
I have. I rubbed off on her. Let me tell y'all how I rubbed off on her. Okay. So, anyway, I have 6 other siblings. So let me say this first before they kill
Like
me.
me.
Let me say this first before they kill me. All 4 of my sisters are my best friends first, okay? Of course. But this is also my best friend. And I met her maybe 5 years ago. And we were cool. We were kicking in and stuff, but we were super new. And I don't really remember exactly what happened, but I remember I moved to Los Angeles in 2019. And it's so weird because although she still lived here, after I moved to Los Angeles, we got really tight, super cool. And although she hooked me up with a fuck boy, I still fucking love her. And she is still my best friend. And because honestly, it's the loyalty for real, all jokes aside, she's super loyal. I can talk to her about anything. I know whatever I tell her, it won't leave her mouth. And I mean, you can't pay for stuff like that. You know what I mean? You don't got to worry about her pillow talking with her man, because we all have had men, and no matter what your best friend tell you, it's some things you just can't tell your man about your best friend. And that's why she is my bestie.
We here back again. What's your biggest failure, and what did you learn from that experience?
Oh, God.
And I want to go first on this one because I know for sure what mine was. my biggest failure was going to jail the first time and getting an F. I fucking went to jail on some like niggas was trying to make money, and the plan was half-assed as fuck. Like even looking back on it as more of an adult because I was an adult then, but I'm like, damn, the plan was half-assed as fuck, and I just was like, on some, let's get some traction, let's do this and let's do that, and that shit went for a little second, and then this shit ain't go, and niggas went with people that we ain't know was real right for real. So like we went with 3 people. One dude was real, like, you know, XX and X. One dude cried when the police pulled up, and then I won't call her a dude, but she was a girl, but she was a dyke, and like she portrayed like she was like, you know, one of them hard dykes type shit, like she a nigga.
She fight niggas.
Yeah, you know what I mean. But when the shit came down to the fan, the nigga who they was working for, she said, "Oh, he's the nigga that we working for, and he gave me everything." So that's the only reason the nigga got an F right now. So that shit right there, I feel like that was one of my biggest failures. Shit. What did I learn from it? Don't go work with no niggas. Fucking don't work with niggas that you don't know for real. Cause you never know like who you about to do. Don't do no dirt with niggas that you know can't handle
How about just not do
the dirt.
Period.
You sure what?
How about just not do dirt? Period.
If you got an F, what 9-to-5 job I'm gonna get? I'm gonna make whatever.
I mean, it's not necessarily a 9 to 5 job, but there are other jobs.
What job I'm gonna get? I'm gonna make.
I mean, there's warehouse jobs. I mean, it may not be what you want to make, but there are jobs that people with felonies can get. It may not be
And-
to your standards,
and
but
they-
again, it is.
And then
Sorry, there are jobs that you can get with a felony. It may not be what you want to get paid.
how much they make?
Again, it may not be how much you want to make, but there are jobs that felonies can get. And to add to that, entrepreneurship and creating your own source of income that will help benefit you so that you can't get another felony. So I'm not saying don't do dirt at all. I'm just saying have an into it and have goals. And I'm not saying that you don't. I'm not saying that you are wrong or whatever the case may be. I'm just simply saying I feel like, yes, that's what you learned, not to work with shady people, but also just finding means to become successful in other areas. Do more than not putting all your eggs in one basket and finding other things. And congratulations about Rich by Choice.
Yes.
Clothing line is coming.
I love that, by the way.
So I'm so proud of him.
It's a whole lot of money in this motherfucker.
Oh, you changed the word.
Okay.
He changed
Much
it.
better.
Much better. Yeah, much better. Yeah. So again, I feel like you learned a lesson.
Do what you gotta do.
I'll say it took 3 years, but I'm getting older, and I don't want to be a 30-year-old. Words I don't use. Something I taught you from the beginning. Like I don't want to be a 30-year-old that guy. So you know, one of the revenues that I'm trying to do right now is Rich by Choice clothing line. A lot of people like the old slogan, so I think I'm just gonna do both. So it's just people got options, and the first slogan was, "You can be broke by choice too," which, in my personal opinion, after you're at your mama house, after you graduate college, whatever, you got a choice. You either gonna get it or you're not. So, in my personal opinion, like when I was 18, it wasn't no college, nothing. I was out my mama's house, and they kicked me out, basically. Well, we ain't get kicked out. The house got foreclosed, so nigga had to dip anyway. My dad was like, yeah, go to your brother's house. He was like, well, I'm about to leave in 30 days, so I had to learn somehow how to become an adult, you know, from my older brother, which, you know, even to this day, like, I tell him, like, bruh, them 30 days that I was in your house just changed my life so dramatically, because, like, when I was 18, it was so hard for me to get a job. Like, I could not get a job for nothing. Resumes, whatever, I could not get a job. Like, and you just said you never worked there, but I was a crew trainer at McDonald's. And after McDonald's, I moved to Sandy Springs, and then I became a customer service team lead. at Publix, and then they fired me because I wasn't clocking out for breaks. So after Publix, because like I was telling you, I always try to find a way to get by any job I was ever at. So I never was on the right side of the, you know what I mean? Like, but then I went to Wingstop. I became a general manager there within 6 months. You know, so you know one thing that we was talking about the other day, like I was telling y'all when we was talking to our father and shit. One thing that we can know is, nigga, our dad always had a job, and if he ain't had one, he had two. So work ethic was definitely in my last name. Like, you know what I mean? So you can't never take that away from me. Like, you know, work ethic was always something that I did. So, like, you know, regardless of what I get into, work ethic is there. So this is the first revenue stream. And like she said, there is jobs for people with felonies, XX and X. So I'm also going to trucking school in the summer. You know, I actually found some good trucking schools that aren't 5 bands because I just thought all of them were 5 bands. But I found good trucking schools in the summer. You know, I talked to her brother and stuff because her brother's actually a truck driver. Both of her brothers are truck drivers. Shit, her whole goddamn family truck drivers. When we went to Mississippi, fucking one of the niggas drive trucks. He got 2 trucks. The other cousin do oil. He make damn something. I don't know.
Oil is bread.
Yeah,
Oil
like
is bread.
he was like, man, I seen my cousin chicks, man, 10 bands. He didn't even cash them. I'm like, damn. I'm like, so all these niggas was doing jobs that was like good shit. You know what I mean? So it's like, it's definitely not the only way of life. You know, like I said before, you know, he's definitely my inspiration when it comes to that. But for sure, like rich by choice, I feel like the second slogan is realistic too, because definitely like only hustlers relate. So like I had a lot of people have, but I feel like what if you're born into being broke and stuff like that? But I'm like, after 18, like I just said, after 18, you get out of college, whatever, you got a choice. You're either gonna be broke or rich.
I'm gonna say one thing, and it's just from one entrepreneur to another, not being your significant other. You can't take everybody's opinion on your business.
Facts. That's why it's still rich by choice. People told me they ain't like their name.
Yeah, so
I like that name.
I like rich by choice.
I love that name.
I'm just saying, it's, you know,
I actually like the only hustlers relate.
I
I
like
think
that.
that's a whole nother.
That's a whole nother logo.
facts.
I'm just simply saying, like, you gotta start. Not saying start small, think big, yes, but you know, just
Start somewhere first.
start somewhere. Not saying
Yeah,
start
just go
small,
put
but you know,
the-
start somewhere. You know what I mean? And you don't have to take everybody's opinion because it's your business. If they're not putting in on it, they honestly should be talking about it, unless it's something positive. And then you also have to understand that you have to be careful who you share your dreams and goals with, because some people don't have your best interest at heart.
You know, that's why I low key ain't tell none of my family that I did that shit. So my little brother.
Right.
My little brother was like, he agreed with like, he was like, yeah, all that shit hard. But I just know what generation I'm catering to.
Yeah.
what I'm
Definitely
saying?
have your
I don't tell my
audience.
mama shit that I'm about to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, like,
They just,
you know what I mean?
Our parents are just different. Our
Cause
parents are just totally
niggas
different.
gonna be like, but where you gonna, you know what I mean? Like, so like, I know, yeah, like I know like the certain people that I wanted to tell about this shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's why like a lot of my shit that like I'm going to drop, and like future shit, like I didn't even tell niggas. Like it's in my close friends type shit. You know what I mean? And then like, you know, like you ain't even see like it's gonna be some shoes too, but I'm not showing you the shoes until they come. So like when you see the, cause they're gonna be in a color that you like. So when you see the color, then you see the shoe, you're gonna be like, cause it's just like the foam runners. You didn't like them until you seen them in red, and you were like, oh nah, them bitches is hard.
I'm like,
So-
I hate them.
These
I
are
will never.
I already looked up shoe design patents, so when that shoe come, go ahead and pay that $200 for them to be patent, so I can sue whoever get the shoe and try to make it their own. But yeah, go ahead.
What was the question?
The question was,
Oh, the biggest mistake, right?
And what did you learn
what was your biggest failure? What did you learn from that
What did you learn from it?
My biggest failure is also going to jail. Cause while I was in there, I had a lot of time to think about, why I'm here. And it was only like 3 days, but it just felt like forever. It felt like a dream almost too, cause it's like a lot of stuff in there I felt like I was meant to see like this ain't where I want to be and this is how it's not how I want to continue my life. So like coming out, you know, I did a whole 360. You know, working on, you know, just working on doing better things. 23. I'm 23 right now too. But yeah, it just made me realize that even when you feel like you got options, it's always other options. That's like the number one thing I learned from it. And regardless of how long it take to get to that goal or that kind of financial status you're trying to be at, you know, it's always worth it. Anything worth having is going to be hard is also what I learned. It's going to take forever, but when you get there and think back, you know, you always like, you know, I made it type shit. So,
The beauty is in the struggle. I'm not gonna
yeah.
cap.
So it's like that's what I learned from it.
The beauty is in the struggle.
Agreed.
Ash.
Oh, Ash.
I guess because y'all gotta talk in the mic. You can't hear it if you ain't in the mic. But I guess my biggest failure would have to be kind of like I don't know. Okay, I'll say I feel like I lost myself. In like my old relationship, I feel like I lost myself, and I feel like I kind of do that in relationships anyway. That's kind of like a thing I'm trying to work on. Because I get so comfortable with that person, I just kind of forget who I am, and I tend to do that often. Which I'm like, damn, bitch, you ain't learned last time, like. Yeah. But I do. I get very comfortable with that person, and I just forget, like, because it's like before I meet somebody, I'm in grind mode 24/7. I'm doing for myself. I'm doing everything I need to do. And then when I meet somebody, I just be so in love, like, and I don't know why I'm like that. I don't know what that is. I be so clingy. And I forget, like, bitch, you gotta get up in the morning. You have stuff to do tomorrow. You have to, you know, I have my own priorities, and even priorities, like, I'll get caught up in the person I'm fucking with shit instead of in their priorities in their life and what they're doing. It's like, bitch, you got your whole other life you need to be doing. So I feel like one of my biggest failures was definitely just kind of losing myself in my relationship and just falling off, to be completely honest, if we're, you know, being straight up.
And what did you learn from it?
I learned that you don't have to lose yourself when it comes to being with somebody else. You guys can help each other grow. You can, you know, build off of each other, and just even in a relationship, you can still have your own life. You can have your own identity. I guess my parents, when they got married, like, they didn't have their own life. It was just them two. They were always together. They did everything. So for me, it was kind of like, that's what I felt like I was supposed to be doing. Like, I'm supposed to be up under you 24/7.
Yeah.
We do everything together. We go here, we go there. You sit next to me.
Right.
Nigga.
You're
You don't
I'm
talk to
yours.
nobody in this
My
bitch but
man,
me.
my man.
You know what I mean? So I definitely feel like that was kind of one of my biggest fears, because I was at a good point in my life where I felt like I literally could have fucking done anything. Like, I was like 19 years old making more money than both of my parents put together. And I lost my job because I was so focused on being there for this nigga, or doing this or doing that, or doing what he asked me to do, or going to pick this nigga up and doing this. And I'm like, I literally just like lost out on a lot of shit. So that was probably one of my biggest fucking failures in life, for sure.
I salute you,
Life
sis. That's real.
And to talk about the be up under you thing, that shit be cool though. You know what I mean?
Not for everybody.
For a time period.
Everybody don't like that shit. But that's the thing. Like, niggas meet me and they be like, damn, this
Till them
bitch
bills
chill as
start
fuck.
coming.
Like, she cool as hell.
Facts.
Like, damn, she don't trip nothing.
Yeah.
As soon as I get in, it turned into a whole nother bitch. Like, where are you going? Who are you
Nah,
talking
that
to?
shit,
What
that
are
shit
you
be
doing?
cool, and then like for a time period it's cool, and then you start noticing, why the fuck
Right.
is she not fucking with me like that no more? Then it's like, damn, let me be up under you, babe. Like, and then it's
That
like,
makes it
damn,
worse
you're not
sometimes.
doing that shit. Like, what's up? Like, you good? So I'll say like that should be cool. It's just like, you gotta give breaks though.
Facts.
Oh,
And that's
Yeah, like
something-
that, I
that's the
can't
thing that I had to
overindulge in.
learn.
You know what I mean? Like that shit be like,
Nobody should.
it's
The woman or the man.
yeah,
Right.
Agreed.
Right.
And you lose yourself.
type
Facts.
shit. So no, I feel that. That's W, man. We over
That's
here.
L, nigga. What you
Okay.
No, I'm saying like you were
Oh, what I'm
expressing
saying.
it.
Oh,
No, no,
You know what I mean?
Facts,
'Cause
facts.
No.
niggas don't. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, what? That was
Come
a
on,
loss,
wifey.
nigga. Hold on.
Yeah,
you
get
was
the
gonna
mic.
say something. You was gonna say something, wasn't you?
I mean, yeah, I was gonna say like, you know, at one point, me and her, we stayed together, and like he was saying, like it's cool being up under each other, but it's like at a certain point, like you just you always
your own space.
yeah,
Right.
like you just need your own space, and like we never had that time to just be like, you know, be in our own headspace. You know,
So why didn't we have that time?
we were always in each other's face.
So why was that? Why were we always in each other's face?
I don't know why. You have an answer?
Don't know?
You have an actual answer?
You talking about Terminator?
What?
That's
That's
what
what
you call it.
All right, first off.
He can't go through TSA because his leg is
First off,
adamantium.
I broke my leg and I couldn't walk for 6 months. So Ash was there taking care of me, of
My name is
course.
Coco.
Coco was there taking care of me for 6 months.
I love that,
But
Ash.
after that, you know, 6 months of 6 months of being in each other's face, all right. And then after I started back walking, it's like,
Oh, you don't need her no more.
See that?
Hold on. That shit on the motherfucking
Oh, that's where we going with it.
Let's talk about it. No, I'm just playing.
Now you don't need her no more. Now you can
niggas
get
was
out my
working.
face.
Niggas was working.
Look,
Niggas was
now you can
working.
get out my face. Huh?
Niggas was
You see,
working.
And I could never express that to her. It's not about not needing her. It's just I've always been.
Thank you for them 6 months.
Right.
Now,
6 months.
It's no way to say this without being
take your
trash.
ass
Now
It's
you
no
can-
way-
now
it's
you
no
can
way
walk
to
away.
express this feeling outside of
It's
trash.
no way.
What's
It's
the feeling? Let him express it. What is the feeling?
I mean, it's not about not needing her. It's just I
Okay,
need
co-host.
my own space. As
Right, but we never had that conversation. I feel like the part about us being each other's face was because we never had a conversation about
It
us
felt
living together.
in the
So when he broke his
First.
leg, I immediately was like, "Oh, I got
You
you."
there?
I'm there. There was no type of question.
Wow.
He didn't even
I
ask
don't
me
need
like,
my space in that moment. I'm just doing whatever.
you know what I'm saying? I didn't have space either.
And
So
you had
let's
that
be
duck
clear
ass
on that.
dog.
And then this nigga just got a dog. I had to take care of him and his
Just
fucking
bought
dog.
a duck
Wow.
ass
Which
dog.
is my baby.
And you put your
Hi, Coda.
lifting yourself
Wow.
like that.
But no, nigga can do
Oh,
shit for
he's
his
a
fucking
kiss
self.
to me.
So yeah, let's be real.
Well, wait, hold on.
So it's not realistic.
It's a level of conversation.
So it's not
a level
realistic
of conversation.
that
But I
I
felt
would-
like that was the time
It's-
where we
it's
were
just
in
It's-
hard.
I feel like
It's
it's
hard.
trash, okay, but I feel like it's realistic though as a human being to want your own space, regardless of.
Of course.
No, I agree.
So it's
Also,
like,
there's
but
a conversation.
how
Yeah.
soon?
we had that.
How
There's no-
soon
there's-
after those 6 months
it
did you
wasn't-
instantly?
It was very long after those 6
That's a
months.
fucking cap. You were still limping, nigga. What you talking about?
When I told you could go home.
When you told me I could go home, you never said shit. I had to ask you. So scary ass.
Oh my.
The conversation was never fucking had. Okay, let's be clear on that. I had to ask this nigga like, yo, what's good with you? Like,
Right.
what's up?
The energy
Nothing.
shifted.
I'm good. I'm straight.
It's
Alright.
it's giving
Alright,
cancer
so-
man.
How do you tell someone to go home?
How do you tell someone?
Wow, after someone
But you
helps
see how I
for
said
6
it, it
months.
just sounds trash.
No,
Like
no,
there's
no,
no way
no,
to
no,
say
like,
that.
if-
I'm gonna keep it a stack.
There's
There's no way to say that properly.
No, it's
Like
not
that's what I'm
it.
saying.
No, there isn't.
Yes,
No, there isn't.
There is a way.
I think the proper
After
way of
all
doing
she-
it is, showing your appreciation.
First and
Exactly.
foremost, if you would have told her that you
Yep.
appreciated it,
But the first thing this nigga went to was
Ooh.
no. Let's talk about it. You said phone. He bought me a phone. Hold on.
That is
Let's be
like-
clear. He bought me a
We're not
phone.
talking
How much was
serious.
the phone? $1,200. All right. Let's just hold on there. So I took care of you for how many months? I don't think it was 6 full months. It was probably like
I don't even think it was
Like
6 months because
3 or
that nigga
4.
broke his leg
It
in
was like
December and he was really good. Like,
But why was he
February.
good though? But why was he good?
Cause
Okay,
he
it
you
wasn't
nigga.
nobody else.
Cause he
All right,
you
let's be
nigga.
clear on
The
that.
fuck?
Okay,
We
let's be
already
clear on
talked
that.
about that.
But about the phone situation, he only got the phone because I
You
felt-
needed that motherfucker.
No,
Fuck
I
you.
didn't. My phone worked perfectly
Oh nah,
fine.
come on, keep it stacked.
Y'all said that shit like I had an Android from
my
2008.
First off,
Bro, this
iPhone
girl had an iPhone 6.
SE was
Camera
holding
was
everything.
falling
I had
off.
an iPhone SE and it just came out.
Bro, the camera was falling
Bro,
off.
let's talk, bro.
It was like a slinky.
Wait, I have
Bruh.
one. No. Before you answer,
What?
I have one quick question. Why anybody brought up a phone, whether it was
Exactly.
1 month or 2 months? I don't know if the terminology is hospice because I think hospice is when someone is dying.
I did not
But
go
let's
to
just
school
say
for
a
that.
nurse.
in-home nurse.
Yeah, an in-home nurse for 24 hours a day for even just 30 days. Do you know what that bill would have been for 30 days, 24 hours a day?
Niggas is saying you said that he showed any type of appreciation. Like it's not. He didn't do it with just. He didn't just do it with words. He quote unquote probably said how he felt. But did he ever tell you like thank you? I don't know.
This nigga only got me a phone because we argued, and I told him he didn't get me anything for my birthday.
No, even prior to bro.
Oh,
and hello. So I said,
wait. I'm sorry. Wait. Moment of silence. This goes back to this. Wait. Everyone, just talk. This goes back to the 60-30. What is it? I'm sorry. 80-20, as he says, providers. He only got the phone due to her arguing, but we're talking about providers. We're talking about providers here. And what men want to be providers?
He was like, what?
Wow.
Because I'm appreciative. And I let everybody know my man bought me a phone, and I'm grateful.
My man.
This nigga talking shit about me, and I'm taking care of him. Like, how the fuck you talking about?
I was talking shit about you.
You can't even walk to the kitchen.
Wifey.
You can't even walk to the kitchen.
God ain't know.
Wifey.
I don't even know, nigga.
Wifey,
I don't know what they talking about.
Bro, that's cap, bro.
I'm gonna simply say.
Yeah, it's cap.
You may say
The cap is on your head is funny, and I couldn't.
But no, I'm going to disagree that there is. I'm going to say there is a proper way of communicating, and it's you have to understand that person's love language in order to know what that person accepts as appreciation. So it may not, you may think, oh, I bought her a phone, we should be even. You see what I'm saying? But she might be like, damn, some words of encouragement, like, damn, babe, you know, I really appreciate you for helping me get on my feet. You know what I'm saying? Hey, look, I know we kind of rushed into moving in and this and that and the third, but you know what I'm saying? If you don't mind going back to your mom house, we can still date, we can still be in a relationship, do all this lovey-dovey shit, but I just need, you know, just a tad bit more space. I'm trying to get more independent. I'm trying to start back walking on my own. I'm trying to make moves and make money. You know what I'm saying? So just, you know what I'm saying? Just give me a little bit of space instead of walking around with
an attitude.
Dang.
Like, how can I not accept that?
I don't want to do nothing. I don't want to, you know what I'm saying? So I feel like there's a way to have that conversation. Whether
as a man,
would have accepted as that or not, she might have accepted. Like I said, you have to understand what her language is to speak to her level of appreciation. You see what I'm saying? Because her doing that for you for 6 months, she like, shit, that nigga, I deserve a motherfucking ring. I done rolled that nigga over, walking him to the bathroom, holding his.
Talk about an eggplant. Holding that eggplant for you.
It's just understanding that person's level of appreciation. I'm just saying, like, she might think that she deserves a ring, but she's like, bro, that's just appreciation. You see what I'm saying? So you have to understand that person's language and what they accept. Because there is a way to have that conversation. And you may feel, bro, there's no way to tell nobody to go home. But sometimes you have to just understand. There's words to talk to people a certain way. And me and Joe had this conversation. I'm like, bro, it's not what you say, it's how you say it. Sometimes it's not what you say, sometimes it's literally how you say it.
I want to say our relationship was still new at that point.
And it is. So it's learning each other. That's the
part.
Y'all
just got out the honeymoon phase.
But also let me say though, as a man though, it's a good practice for you to be able to feel confident in expressing how you feel in a proper way, because you are younger, right? And so that should be something you strive to do. Say what I mean and mean what I say, but still deliver it properly, because we're all going through a learning process. Like now, even me at my age, I am loving me, not giving a fuck what a motherfucker thinks about what I say. Do you know what I mean? Because it's my piece. I'm not going to be disrespectful to you about how I feel or what I expect, but I am so happy to be at a place in life that I can express how I feel and go to sleep good at night. I don't give a fuck if you want to cry, because I know I didn't disrespect you, and I don't care how you feel, but that is my piece. And as a man, I just feel like men should practice that more. You know, even in this day and time now, like, men are just not always 100. Like, oh, this is what I want from you, you know, or being committed or having multiple women. Men are just never that. And a lot of times men don't even realize that women will still rock out with you. We love you or like you enough. You could still say what you mean and say how you feel. Come on. Come get that chair right there.
She ain't got no trust.
No, it's a chair right here. Come on. Don't go on this last minute. No, for real.
No funny shit though. I disagree, and the reason I disagree is because the reason I disagree with you saying that men should be able to have confidence in expressing their feelings and how they feel is because women are gonna bring it back in your face in an argument and or mock you when you had certain feelings about something because that's happened. It's happened. It happens.
It's about how you say it. Not what you say.
Exactly.
It
is how you say it. No, it is how you say it.
Gang, that's not what I said. Listen to what I'm saying, gang. Gang, listen. I just said that men can express their feelings, and guess what? It'll come back in an argument later, and or you will be mocked about your feelings. And just for example, just men will never mock a woman's feelings. The reason being, in their face. I'll say in your face. I'll say in your face. A man will never mock a woman's feelings. A man will never mock a woman's feelings. A man will never mock a woman's feelings. All right, so look, this man will never mock a woman's feelings, and the reason being is because.
No comment. No comment for the sake of time. No comment for the sake of time.
No comment.
I know we're running low on time.
I need.
We're a little short on time. It's 10:14.
Yeah. Okay.
You ain't even gotta promote yourself on that one. I'm knowing that's a lot.
Anyway, like I said, a man bringing his feelings. A man bringing his feeling in an argument. Well, not in an argument, whatever. Bringing the feelings. That's like. You know, y'all be seeing niggas not emotional or they what's the name? Guess what? The next thing is niggas is too emotional. I don't want to be with no too emotional ass nigga. Or I don't want a nigga to tell me all his feelings. And then when the nigga don't tell you all his feelings, then it's a problem. So
wait. Let me stop you there because
do you want a too emotional?
No, I really feel that men need to hear this part right here. Let me stop there. When y'all see the quotes of saying men are the new females, let's be very clear and talking about their emotions. We are not talking about you guys being in a relationship and expressing and how you feel or being able to communicate. What we are expressing is how men this day and time wants to go tit for tat. How men this day and time want to be bad bitches. How men this day and time want a woman to fucking cater to them and chase them like they are the motherfucking catch. That is what the fuck we're talking about in the memes when we say men are the new bitches, are emotional creatures in this day and time. They are the bad bitches, and their emotions are like a bad bitch that women gotta go chase, and we gotta go to the bar and buy them shots, okay? Because at this point they the bad bitches, because it's 10 men to one woman in Atlanta. Let's be clear. And we are not talking about y'all being expressive and being in relationships and knowing how to communicate and expressing how you feel and loving on your woman and being emotional. No, to you men, we applaud you. Let's be very clear. So, okay, next.
I'ma say this. If you reading something online and it don't pertain to you, don't react on it. Okay. Respectfully, if what my grandma used to say, if it don't apply, let it fly. A hit dog.
Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here, my nigga. Oh fuck.
If you see something on Instagram about someone saying, "Oh, emotional men, this or that," that does. If it don't apply to you, just keep feeling away. If no one has said nothing to you about it, then guess what? It ain't about you.
One of your significant others posted some crazy shit.
In my defense, I have posted some crazy shit, and I'm gonna sit there and say this.
Post some dumbass shit that don't relate to you, my nigga.
No.
So if I say something, you talking about men don't want to be providers, and your nigga provide for you. Why the fuck are you posting that? How do you relate?
First and foremost, I never posted nothing like that.
But I'm saying you post dumb shit in that facet. That's what I'm saying. Shit that don't relate to you at all.
Can I speak? Can I express myself? Because I'm gonna express myself. But I was saying that to simply say I have posted stuff. But that does not mean that I'm not relating to it right now. Right. I could have related to it years ago or in the past. That doesn't mean it has anything to do with you. Yeah. Just because I post something, everything is not about you. I may be talking about somebody years ago or something.
Talking about my side nigga. I'm just kidding. See y'all. See, no.
I don't know what she's talking about.
Best
She laughed. So
L joke.
she laughed. W joke because it supports why I feel
So
like
y'all
I
never
do.
seen that shit.
So her
Y'all
joke.
gonna really sit here and do me like that? So y'all never seen the post where it say, "Yeah, I post some shit." My nigga think I'm mad at him, but I'm really mad at my side. Y'all ain't never seen that before.
I've seen it before.
Is it
That's
just
not
me?
funny.
It wasn't funny.
That shit not funny. Because
Why
my
is
posting
that
shit
not
up in my
funny?
side, bitch. It's a motherfucking problem.
Well, do you have a
But
side?
men can't be expressive because we're the new bitches.
No. Certain things.
Heard.
No, I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this. No. This is what you cannot do. You cannot do certain things and then post about the shit that you did when you're in your new relationship. Then I know about you that you recently did. So if you saying, oh, you had a side bitch, you cannot post nothing about your side bitch as a fact that you did that when we were together. So no, that's something that you cannot do. You cannot do that.
How many times have I sent you a post that I want to post and I'm like, I'm not posting it because Misha gonna see it?
You got close friends? I'm gonna see it.
Over.
And guess what? And this goes back to the value.
Because I'm conscious of what I post because I know who's seeing it.
Again, this is why. Again, like I said,
What do I be posting?
Why I said certain things, if it don't apply to you, let it go. If you post something and you don't come to me about, that's why I said early in our relationship, I said let's just stop and follow each other because I feel like I take shit to heart. Like I wear my feelings on my sleeve. If I see you post something, I feel some type of way. But when we had that conversation it was like maybe a year ago when we were in 2444, and I said, you know what, let's just unfollow each other because I feel like what you're saying pertains to me. Now I might have been perfectly fine. That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking it's subliminal. So I said, I'm just gonna unfollow you. I don't want to see nothing that you post. And guess what? And then from then until recently, I just started back following him and watching him. So it's now I know if I'm taking my own words, okay, if it don't pertain to me, I'm not gonna say nothing about it. And this is his Instagram. He have a following. He's going towards his audience. This is his business. He's about to launch a business. So I can't be in my feelings about him getting to a bag. So that's why I'm simply saying that if it don't apply, just don't worry about it. If I'm not coming to you about A, B, C, and D and then posting about it, then it's like, shit, it could have been something I dealt with years ago. And when I post certain shit, just because I don't relate to it, that means I'm simply saying it for somebody that I follow. Yeah. They may relate to, or they may be going through it, or maybe something that's saying, look, sis, look, I've been there, making me more relatable. Yeah, because I'm not perfect. So my relationship now is great. It's amazing, but it doesn't mean that I've never been through no bullshit. And people who knew following me may not think, like, this girl is perfect. Like, she got everything. She did this. She did. Like, people may have think that, but it's like when I post certain shit, it's to understand that I've been through something too. You said there was a what?
Sidebar.
Oh, so yeah. So that's my defense on that part. What was the damn question?
They were talking. I mean, the thing that I wanted to chime on the most was the fact that, like, the whole communication aspect of a relationship. And one thing that I really have learned, I'm 29 now, and I've had a couple of relationships that have been serious. I'm currently in one, and this is probably the one that has challenged me the most, but in a very positive way, where it made me do a lot of inner work, because I was the type of person that, like, deflect, and I will withdraw from something so quickly as soon as it makes me uncomfortable. But just talking about, like, y'all's situation with you being sick, whatever the case is, and how you could have communicated the situation better. I think as men especially, and even as women, I'm not even going to specify the gender, but I think sometimes anything, like when you like digest the situation, and maybe it may require you to table it and go back to it at a later date sometimes. Because and for me, I'd be like, no, I want to know, okay, what does this mean when we end this conversation? What do we do from here? Because I'm like black and white. But I'm learning that the way we digest information is different, and the way we handle situations are different. So just because I may be in a certain space, I can't expect my partner to be in that same decision-making space. So
I want to keep it a stat. That shit on the line, ain't it?
It's work. It's work. It's a lot of work. Like, I be like, bro, like I be want to break up with my boyfriend a lot of times. Sometimes also dumb stuff. Sometimes.
I don't want to talk like right now type shit. I be feeling it.
But for me, like, I'm just so
that shit just
like I like to come to a conclusion.
It's really,
I hate open-ended shit.
Yeah, I'm like, okay, what do we do? Okay, so if you said this, then how do we move?
It's
okay,
just really about
What's the
no
solution?
matter what
Right.
I'm giving up. If you, because because I think like you
But it
brought
doesn't
up
work like
originally,
that.
right? When I asked you that question, you said social media, and what I will come back to is that social media has fucked up relationships so much because people feel like,
and people are
all right,
to
this
you allow
this
it to.
in my relationship, my girl may not cater to me as much in this area, but
Now
she
you
has
compare
all the
her.
other aspects. So then you think, and you're on Instagram and you see 50 other bitches that you think life seemed perfect that would just cater you in every other aspect.
Yeah.
But really, do you not know they lacking in the other 5 aspects, but they got that one aspect you're missing. You know what I mean? And you're a woman. And I just feel like people don't fight no more for what it's supposed to be. I mean, that's a whole nother fucking podcast talk. That's a whole 2 hours.
Like this modern
About
day
that,
man,
yes.
this modern day
Because
man,
anything
modern
worth
day
fighting, you
for
gotta
sure.
fight for.
Yeah.
You can't say it's
I get it.
frustrating, it's hard. You gotta fight through it just like you fighting for your destiny. If you have someone that you could see yourself being with forever, it's worth fighting. Ain't
Right.
shit in life easy. Just like getting to your dream and destination.
literally
ain't.
a job.
Just like raising
It's
a
a
child ain't easy. Just like becoming who you are from the time of you being 20 to your age now was not easy. You've been through so many trials and tribulations, but you fought through it. Exactly. So if you're in a relationship that
inner
you know
challenges that you have
are
with
worth fighting,
yourself.
you keep fucking pushing.
I done already fought to get that nigga back. That's what I'm saying. The hell? If I give up, I'm a jackass.
You better keep going. That's what
But
life
it's
is
an everyday.
about.
I think the thing that people fail to realize is no matter what relationship that you're in, it will, whether you're married for 50 years, 100 years, or 10 years, it's an everyday battle. Or no, I'm not even gonna put it that sounds like a negative. That has a negative connotation to it. It's an everyday effort and intention.
Brother said
You have to put intention, and I think most people put their relationships on autopilot, so they just expect for it to float, and then you run into all these issues that has kind of been acquired throughout this time, and you're not even aware of it because of other life obligations or whatever it may be. And you have to be just as intentional with your relationship, because this is the driving force. This is who you go home to. This is the person that motivates you, the person that pours into you. So that is probably more than any job, career.
No, but it's still a greater reward too.
It's a greater reward. So the more you pour into it, the better the reward. You know,
That part.
Like, 2 people building together is so fucking rewarding.
It's very
because
rewarding.
You could reach your destination
way quicker.
If you guys are on the same page. If you guys have the same goals. If you guys
it doesn't have to be the same goals.
No, when I say goals, it is your intentions as a couple.
Right.
Yes, you guys have your own dreams.
Right.
But if you guys have deadlines as a couples, like, okay, babe, this year we both going hard in our own business because we want to purchase a house. All right, next year we paying off these cars.
Right.
All right, next year we fucking gonna buy a building so we can lease out for events or this. It's so much easier with 2 people.
Two is better
if you
than one.
find someone that you could do that with, that's worth fighting. Period.
And I feel like a lot of people don't understand is that when you get in relationships and you're learning that person's work ethic, you also have to understand that marriage is nothing but a long-term business relationship.
Oh, for sure.
It's a business relationship.
Yep.
So you got, like, during your relationship phases, you're learning that person's work ethic. You're seeing how hard that person works for his own business and seeing how hard that person's going to work for your own business. Your personal relationship. So it's like a lot of people forget that that's what a marriage is. It's nothing but it's paperwork. Yes, it's a business. So
nothing changes.
Nothing changes from relationship to marriage other than the fact that y'all have the same last name and the fact that now y'all are one.
And maybe
But
having kids together.
Maybe have kids. But you have to understand when you're in a relationship, a committed relationship, understand that y'all are still the same people. Y'all still have the same goals. It's just now y'all have to do them together. Right. So if you start doing those things together before y'all get married, it's going to make it a lot easier. Right. I feel like that's, well, I don't know if that's the true reason why people go to counseling and stuff. Well, was it premarital counseling and therapy before so they can get on the same page afterwards? But I feel like you should know that way before you even go to therapy.
This is such a sidebar. Never mind. I don't want to say. No, I just had one. I was going to ask, does everyone here desire to be married, or what's your stance on marriage? Maybe we can do a yes or no.
I'm not gonna lie. I always want to be married because I grew up in that. That's I grew up in church. I grew up in. Honestly, I wasn't even supposed to be fucking until I got married, but it didn't work out like that. Hello. But for a very long time, I definitely wanted to be married because I feel like that's super important. I feel like that partnership, it's more than boyfriend and girlfriend. I don't want to be 40 years old talking about, here's my boyfriend, guys. Hey, family, meet my 40-fucking-year-old boyfriend. Like, that just sounds crazy as fuck in my head. And when people do that now, I mean, unless you're like the rich auntie, everybody knows that, like, that's your vibe, that's cool. But I do want to be the rich auntie. If I'm not married, that's cool. I'll take that role. I ain't tripping. Hey, look, I don't motherfucking mind. Because if I got money, I can spend it, go out of town, trips, all that shit. I'm not tripping. But I definitely grew up wanting to be married. And I do want that still in my life. But if it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. Like, I'm not going to cry about it. I'm not going to be lonely as fuck. I'm going to still live my life. I do believe in marriage. I do feel like that is something that I will always want. But it ain't like I'm going to shrivel up and die if I don't ever get that shit. You know what I mean? Like, you know?
No, I feel like it's important.
It's also very important because not just paperwork and all that shit, but also, like, I don't want to talk about anything in my real life, but just if something was to happen to your significant other and something needed to be done or a decision needed to be made about some shit, you might have people in your family who might make the wrong decision or don't really care about your well-being or, you know, certain shit. So I feel like it's good to have, like, somebody you're married to who can make certain decisions after you go or if you about to go or just, you know, certain things that just happen that, I don't know. I feel like I would want my significant, well, I don't know. I trust my family. I ain't gonna cap, so.
Your family's valid. No funny
my family's
shit.
valid as shit. So I'm not gonna lie. I might, but everybody doesn't have that. So I definitely feel like if you have your significant other, for sure.
The thing is, a lot of people, like our siblings, they create their own family. Everybody, the older we get, the more everyone is creating their own family. And they're not gonna. I mean, granted, they're your people, blood, and all that. But at the same time, they have their own children. They may have their own grandchildren.
Right.
Like, how do you try to prioritize yourself over that? You know, so I think
you can.
Exactly.
You can do it with the mom.
Yeah.
You got to create your own family.
Yep, and that's what life is about.
It's
about
that you have.
That's why, like,
with marriage.
You're supposed to have kids. You're supposed to do all that stuff. That's supposed to be a thing in life.
Own family dynamic.
Yeah.
So
you ain't gonna go to your mom.
We gotta wrap this up.
They still go to their mom.
This was obviously a good podcast because my brother here from Peer Space, he's still fucking with us. All right. But I want to give a few last question. Rate the wine 1 through 10.
Oh. The fuck broke the motherfucking
It's
scale,
giving
bitch,
20
because I'm a little lit right now.
It's giving 20, okay?
It's giving.
Like,
where do I purchase the bottle?
I just feel like we're fucking biased, though.
hold on, you guys.
Biased.
Wait. Let me get my ditty on. Purchase this wine owned by a black woman.
See it sitting everywhere. I feel like we on
This is
Carisha
the shit, you guys. Like,
bitch, we having deli on my.
I feel just right. I'm not too drunk,
right?
but I feel like, yeah, what's up? You know what I mean? I'm about to go meet me a nigga tonight, okay? Ladies, get sexy. I wish I would have had a dress on. You know what I'm saying? Go do my little dance in the fucking club or something. Like, no, this shit is really good. And this is owned by a fucking black woman. Ladies, we gotta support this shit. This shit is lit, okay? I'm not just saying this. I just met her today. Let me reiterate. This shit is so good. I am literally purchasing me 2 bottles before I leave because this shit is amazing. Absolutely. Okay, support.
W Men's. W Men's. So 10 across the board, 20s across the board.
Yes.
I'll give a few thank yous. Thank you so much, Mr. Darren, for letting us use your space. Shout out to Culture Lab. We should put that up on the screen.
For sure. This is a cute setup too. I like it's definitely vibey.
It's intimate.
For
so
sure.
Like,
Yeah.
You can really get in your face. You know what I mean?
Right.
I love it.
You know,
For
I apologize if I overtalked anybody. When I overtalk.
No, we're just all very passionate about things.
Another thing I'll say is next episode we should be filming that on 30th. So there's people that are recurring that want to come back. At least I don't know if you want to be permanent or recurring.
What's up? What we doing?
I don't know if she's really my co-host or not. So.
Yeah, I feel like
She
there's a lot of
kept
roles.
like,
It's up to my new Capricorn sister.
and I'm like,
I never.
so, you know, I guess those
Yeah.
are future conversations.
For sure.
Schaefer
And tell
Luxury
us
Wine
how-
event is on the 23rd. That you can RSVP for it right now.
At Schaefer_luxury_sips.
I got
The
you,
link
gang.
is-
Oh, look, okay, we love a supportive king. We love a supportive king. You hear me, sis?
It's the Sip and Sniff. It's gonna be the first one ever. It's not the first ever experience. You just ain't go to them.
What
But
area is it?
this
in?
this is
in a city.
Yeah, it's in Marietta. It's in Marietta.
Okay.
By the it was I would say like 10 minutes from Buckhead, 15 minutes from Buckhead.
okay.
We will be there.
We'll be there for sure.
So at this particular event, you were never able to make your own fragrance and or room spray. This event, you'll be able to make your own room spray and or fragrance. Fragrance meaning for men cologne and for women perfume. You'll also be able to try a black-owned tequila called
Tolero Tequila. It's a black-owned luxury organic.
tequila. So we know where Ash is gonna be at.
Ash, I'm with you. 'Cause I'm a tequila girl. But I think I'm going to wine now. 'Cause this shit is good shit.
Got
This
it.
is good shit.
So,
I've never heard these words from her.
I
but
am not a wine drinker.
but
Oh,
Give
she's
me
like, no,
tequila.
give
No.
me my tequila
This
shot.
is that
Like,
good
she don't even
shit.
play with me.
I'm telling you.
Linda,
They did not pay me for this
Linda.
shit. Okay?
Linda, listen, Linda. All right. So obviously they will also have Schaefer Luxury Wine there. That will be the highlight of the night. Also, there's food. OG Chef, great chef. We had him at the last event, the Winter Wonderland event. And also we will have, what else
We
there?
will have a live performance by it's a live trombonist _ baby no Gerber. He's a live trombonist. He plays turn up music to the trombone. Really, really dope. I'm gonna have a DJ, my homeboy DJ Elijah, really dope DJ. I have Manifesting Goddess, who has Manifesting Candles and Prosperity Oil. And I just got Black Luxury Oasis, which is an amazing massage therapist who's going to be there giving out hand massages and back massages and stuff as well. So it's going to be an entire experience.
It's an experience. It is experience. That's why we
We're
really
definitely
don't
gonna
even
go.
call the Schaefer Luxury events because they're not events. It's an experience because the wine is an experience every time that you drink the wine. Okay. Exactly. So we're gonna need you at the one of many Sip and Sniff on the 23rd, 7 to 9:30. Grab your ticket. It's on my Instagram. It's on her Instagram. I have reels on both of my pages. The Just Kylo page. I also do Twitch gaming as well and or kick streaming. I'm on Twitter also just __ Kylo 3 _ TikTok and Instagram. And next,
Polka nails. Hold on.
Polka, go ahead and
You trying to
insert.
Yes, like I said, I do nails. I'm a traveling nail tech, so I will pull up on you,
Luxury
baby.
traveling nail tech, okay.
You know, everything black is always luxury. But you know, yeah, I do travel. My Instagram is Polka at POK.AHH. Polka, like, you know, Pocahontas, because yeah. So like I said, I pull up on you. I do nails. I do. Okay, don't play with me. Don't play with me. Yes, this is my Instagram. As you can see, a little bit of work here. No, I'm just playing. But
R.I.P.
yeah,
Daniel.
so I was just gonna say, since we here, R.I.P.
R.I.P.
Daniel.
Daniel.
The fuck, long live Daniel. Don't fucking play with it.
R.I.P. Daniel.
Okay, and shout out to my sister too, because her birthday is in like an hour and a half.
Facts.
Yeah, so you know, Pisces season.
Oh, I want to show you this now since we're here. Then,
Not you got shirts.
I wanted to do that, so I want them to be a part of Rich by Choice. Somehow, I wanted to ask Mari and or you.
That is crazy.
Whenever we talk about it, but I really like that design. I feel like that could be a part of my brand.
I definitely fuck with it for sure.
So
Definitely reach out to Mari for sure.
Yeah.
And she could probably give you even
better
better pictures
Yeah.
for sure too. For sure.
So
Yeah.
it's some of the designs though. So we
Yeah. I fuck
I
with
like
it.
that.
You see what I'm saying? So,
Not Jay-Z. Oh my God. You don't know anybody else?
Okay, B.
Is
But-
that Beyonce?
yeah, facts.
I'm just
But
making sure.
Polka.
Yes. And
Yes,
then
Polka, get your motherfucking nails done.
yes,
And
nails.
that's it.
And then I am on Instagram, bosslady_E. And if you're in Los Angeles, support my family business. It's called Six Collective. They own 3 weed dispensaries in LA, and they will cater to all of your needs.
W.
Kia.
Oh yeah, so I own an herbal tea company that caters to women's health and wellness. So my brand is Remedy and Restore Wellness. You can find me on Instagram at Remedy and Restore, and we can
Yeah, I don't
try
follow
to
that one.
supply all of your needs as well. So,
Period.
yes. And I didn't get your Instagram.
You said remedy_wellness
No, Remedy and Restore.
and restore.
And you spell it and
It's
right?
just Remedy and Restore.
and restore.
Awesome.
I'll go ahead and give it a follow as well. Yeah, if you have any plugins, Chibu, man, you know.
My Instagram supply. Go ahead, follow me. I need to sell you a house soon, or I'm gonna help you buy one.
The fuck? Don't play with
Okay,
it.
period.
Don't play with it.
Period.
We did you. Oh, do we insert Darren? Do we need to insert you, Darren?
Okay,
Culture Lab?
Culture
Fire.
Lab.
The Culture Lab.
Culture Lab. I need to follow you anyway. Culture Lab ATL?
Not the Culture Lab, just all together.
THE?
Oh my God.
Alright. Follow you right
Where's my card? Where's my lip?
now. Alright. So, that's the end of the first episode, the pilot. We're going to see if we're gonna do more episodes. I would like to, cause we have podcast episodes every fucking day. You remember in 2444? So say that one for the podcast. And, you know, I mean, this is a year, like, people asking me, like, damn, why you doing so much, bro? You doing a clothing line, you doing a podcast, you trying to go to trucking school, you trying to go here, you trying to do that. I'm like, bro, because this is the year to do that. I'm not gonna be up another year and then something happened and I'm not up no more and then I don't do what I said I was gonna do. So how I feel now is money come and go. I need to use the money for what I need to do it for. So with that being said, the soft drop is gonna be in July. I have some samples coming for me. So you might see me in Kebab Land with the Rich by Choice. You know, tracksuit.
She like.
You know what I mean?
Could've said
And
any
the
other
Rich by
restaurant. You
Choice,
just did this.
they're called the Dream Walkers. Because we all had a dream before we got rich. All right, but yeah, that's it. We good. We out.
Thank you.